Welcome back to the Clash Masters. I'm Carbon Finn here with Itsu, and we have day 2 of the Open Qualifier number 2 here. Itsu, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Super excited for the matches. I think we have so many good teams in this, and we're going to be pleased with a lot of great attacks. But I think before we jump into the matches, we should check out the format. How did all of those teams make it onto this or up to this stage? And we have the format right here. We have the qualifiers, 4 weeks of competition. 3 weeks of those are the qualifiers. 1 week is the last chance qualifier, where we're coming to that a little bit later. It's 3 match days a week, which means every week is 1 qualifier. So 1 qualifier consists of 3 days. We're on the 3rd day for qualifier number 2. And the top teams in every single week earn points, and those points are going to be important, Carbon, because those points can make work that you are getting to the playoffs later on in this format.
Absolutely. You want to earn those points to be able to then make it back to the playoffs at the end, just like you mentioned. But what are they fighting for is the question. Well, a share of the $20,000 prize pool that is given away. There's 3 qualifiers on the left side. Each time, the first place will get $1,500, meaning first place here today, which we have 4 wars, will walk away with $1,500. And then if you get invited to the playoffs, then if you win that, you take home $5,000 and a silver ticket to compete in the Clash of Clans Last Chance qualifiers to try to make it to the grand final stage and join those golden ticket winners. So there's a ton of money on the line. There's also an MVP each week, which is a nice little bonus of $50 there. But we see the 4 teams here and incredible stuff. We've got the 4 teams, and let's remind the viewers who we have competing here today. So I think we should take a look at the bracket.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We have the bracket right here. We started with 8 teams in the quarterfinals, with Badzinger winning against DC Rangers, HG Family losing against Monster in an incredible match, and we have had KOG, who just came from a victory against Alternate, losing to Space Station, and then MCS surprising, losing to Carnage Gaming. So a lot of great matches. So we have 2 matches coming ahead of us, the semifinals. Which match do you think is going to be the crazy match to watch it?
Well, Bazinger and AS Monster is going to be a fantastic one. Bazinger is doing super well. They are taking down opponents left and right. AS Monster, like you mentioned, is now almost like a super team coming together, forming, and they probably come in favors. But we're seeing Space Station, a fan favorite as well, Space Station Gaming, and then Carnage Gaming going up, doing a perfect war against MCS just to make it to this point. I mean, if I had to pick one of these teams to think which one has the best chance, I would pick probably AS Monster. It's going to be incredibly hard to pick against them to see what they come in with. Some incredible attackers. What about you, Itsu?
Yeah, it's as you said, there's so many good teams in this competition still left, obviously, and at the same time, though, Monster really impressed me. I feel like their biggest weakness at this point might be the defense, but that is obviously due to there being so many different tournaments out there. So maybe they just said, hey, we got so far, so maybe we should step up our defensive game, because there is a silver ticket on the line for the world's last chance qualifier. And so far, they have not a golden ticket or a silver ticket, any of those. The majority of the other teams being that far as they have already the silver ticket, for example, like Space Station. They have the chance of getting that if MCS is getting another golden ticket. Yes. So they have a good chance of getting the silver ticket as well. But still, a lot of teams in this one which has even the chance or already a silver ticket or a golden ticket in this one. So it's going to be incredible.
It is, and what these teams are doing is they're fighting for points, which means that it's going to be the leaderboard. So let's take a look to see what are the top 4 teams right now in the leaderboard, and we have MCS in first place. We have Queen Walkers, who won last week, so they took home 15 points last week, and they did not qualify for week number 2 because they actually lost earlier and didn't make it to the rounds, but we have MCS Queen Walkers, HG Family, and there it is, AS Monster. So if they walk away and they win some wars here today, they're going to be adding to their total, and you have to be on that left side, the top 4, to be invited to the playoffs. The top 4 teams from here, the getting points, and then 4 teams that will be playing in the Last Chance Qualifier will also join the top 8 to be competing there. So you see Space Station also have some points as well, and they are trying to add to that total. But still, there's a lot of money on the line. There is the prizing. There is the points that they're competing for. So much going into it. But Itsu, we're getting ready for this very first match. Bazinger and AS Monster. Let's get into this very first attack. And I'm wondering, what are we going to potentially see? You talked about defenses, but I'm sure we're going to see some crazy attacks.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, crazy attacks are always so enjoyable to watch. And we have the first attack in from Bazinger with some lightnings already in. The Queen, which is supposed to take down the tower, but right there is the tester phone, which is making her life a little bit harder and to achieve that goal of getting the tower. But so far, he's doing a great job of supporting her with Valkyrie. We just talked about that today with the Valkyrie getting a really minor buff, I want to say. Like, it's not a big game changer, but still, the Valkyrie is getting some love. And then the main army composition is going to be those dragons and dragon riders, which are so scary at channel 14.
Yeah, the Queen picked off that headhunter, because I know headhunters do so much damage to your heroes and slow them down, spinning that Queen into a giant bomb. But starting off with the dragon on the top side does lure out another headhunter and the lava hound, but watch out. He's got the Royal Champion, so wherever he decides to drop the Royal Champion, is going to lure the Lava Hound, and indeed, actually, the King as well. So the King will tank the lava while the RC is going to go down, but the Dragon Riders pushing his way straight in towards his Eagle Artillery. He's looking pretty solid here on the funneling to get his way across, but watch out for that middle multi. There's going to be always a ton of traps in the core.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think I remember the base from the top right. I think there was the entry completed baited. Is he triggering some black mines? So far, not really. Most of the dragons are dodging those. There are no some black mines inside the core, and they're hitting hard on those dragons and dragon riders. And the warden ability, though, he can still use that. Now he's using that inside the core. Tanking already a couple of mines, but was this too late? So far, it's still looking pretty good, but this Hound is now flying over towards that Royal Champion. This might be a huge game changer for this defense.
He's got a poison spell to use the baby dragon. Oh, no, the dragon right up top goes down. Drops the poison now onto the Lava Hound pups, trying to get his way through this multi-target Inferno. But that Dragon Rider is actually clutching, because remember, the Dragon Rider targets defenses, and the Dragons will have to go for everything before they get to that multi, which it goes down. The Grand Warden's flying through with only 30 seconds left. It's going to come down to the split down south. But the problem is it going to be enough? We have some Builder Huts, which don't do too much damage in that Wizard Tower, but time is the issue here.
Yeah, time is ticking non-stop, and those dragons, they're not the fastest troop in the game. With 12 seconds left, the Royal Champion, the Warden and the Owl are trying their best, and pretty much everything is down, which is a big threat to those dragons. But with only 2 seconds left alive, this is going to be the first defense for AS Monster, and this is obviously a huge thing. We talked about that yesterday, the pressure game, the mindset, which is getting pushed on those teams as well. And yesterday, every single team which had the lead after the first couple of attacks never let it go. So let's see if this is going to be the exact same story this day around. Like, obviously having those 2 days of qualifiers and incredible matches. But hey, is it going to be the same story, or is it today the day of comebacks? Either way, super excited for the first attack of Monster. I would predict some sort of like air as well, since those guys really like to, like with Moon and Dragon, they really like to bring those first 2 attacks in with some sort of like dragons, dragon riders, or inferno dragons. This is something which Moon really likes to do. And we have Moon coming in.
Yeah.
Why is everyone using this phrase? I don't get it. I used it only one day. Legend. It defended so bad. I deleted it right away. But people, I don't know. And, well, Moon attacked it already today in Legends and did the exact same thing with this lock launcher on a similar style of base. And yeah,
Didn't
should look like an
Lou or
overkill.
MCS run the same base here? But I mean,
Yeah.
okay, you're gonna use the Inferno Dragons across, pushing his way all the way in towards the core of this base where there's the Expos. He's got the King ability. He's gonna make his way towards this Town Hall, and there's an opening towards there. But let's see if he can keep it going. Still has quite a bit of ground skeleton spells to use. Oh, freezes up that single in the Town Hall. There's all the Raw Champions now being deployed on the top side.
Yeah, this is looking so far really good as long as he's being able to make sure the single Inferno Tower is not roasting all of his troops. It's looking still pretty good. There's the next freeze though. But his troops are dying out slowly. This needs to he needs to make sure that he's taking down the defending Town Hall. The Town Hall now is going down. And this Royal Champion now has the chance of clutching things up. And this is exactly how it looks like. I feel like those dragons, or like Inferno Dragon attacks, like after a couple of seconds, they look so bad. It kind of looks like nothing is left alive troop-wise. And then suddenly everything is like coming back from wherever they were and is crushing the base. And that's yet again what Moon is doing on this base. And this means Monster is the team on this matchup, which is taking the lead against Bazinger. And, well, stop using my bases, please. It's not looking good for them so far.
I'm surprised we're seeing that base twice now, and I'm sure this base is now all over Legends League as well. But incredible that AS Moon must have been like, wow, I'm surprised he's running this base. Maybe he's trying to bait something or trying to have some troll traps, but it was able to get a 3-star. AS Moon GG for AS Monster. And so now we're going to see if Bazinger can answer from their first fail.
Yeah, that's the important thing. We saw that yesterday that a couple of teams were able to make things really, really close. I feel like HG Family for sure was one of those teams which like they had a once on the first attack and still they pushed their opponents to the limit. So there's no match over, obviously, even with the bad start, and everyone can turn things around as long as the defense is then holding strong for them. And Bazinger yesterday had some crazy defenses already in the tournament, so nothing is over yet, obviously. But they need to keep the get the pressure back, kind of like get the 3-stars started, getting the 3-star streak started if everything is working in their favor. So let's see if they can make that work with that next attack, and looking forward to see which type of strategy they feel at this point might be the best fit to do the job.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of dragons, mix of the Dragon Riders, even Queen Charge Dragon Riders right now in the meta. And we'll have to see if they can continue to push through with it. But the defenses, like you mentioned, when we started, is you are going to be curious about how AS Monster's defenses hold. And the first attack did just that. Remember, if you guys are just joining, this is the first match of 4. And we are going to find out who's going to win qualifier number 2 to get the 15 points. Remember, you're trying to be the top 4 teams through the 3 qualifiers to make the playoffs, because there's $20,000 prize pool throughout the Clash Masters. Ton of stuff, and it's an amazing community. And just to be able to see more esports and more kind of events come into the Clash scene is always great to see.
Yeah, I mean, that's for sure. Seeing so many tournaments starting and trying to support the scene and everything, that's always really, really cool to see. And now we have the next attack on our hands. Leon is coming in with the Queen George Lalo. Always love to see those. So let's see what exactly he has in store. And he's doing that on none other than the Queen Charge Master himself, LP, on defense.
Yeah.
So let's see if he expected this Queen Charge or he's getting caught off guard on defense.
Yeah, with the Queen Charge Lalo, notice he does have just 1 haste. So you're investing quite a bit onto the Queen Charge. Not luring out the full clan castle. A few archers come out. We may see a Lava Hound, some Headhunters as well. The Blimps going in to help secure that Town Hall. Yeah, okay, so we got some super minions. They get some barbs get sprung, uses the poison spell. Super wall break, so the Queen can continue her way towards the multi-target Inferno. And yes, the Town Hall has been secured. Oh my goodness, look at those traps. Just he chose the right side, but the Queen ability though.
Yeah, and those super minions really done a ton of damage. Like, this was really, really close. We saw quite often that those super minions can take down the Queen in her ability. This luckily did not happen. But so far the queen charge is looking really promising. He's going to get the queen now into the scattered compartment, and this should get her a lot of value. The king still on the outside, forcing her inside, and then later on he can jump into the core of this base, and this is looking pretty good so far. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left, I think he's good in time as well.
Yeah, that queen with this charge.
Wait.
The time is all... Wait.
Warden?
The warden. Yeah, the warden's on ground. Setting the RC. This is a little bit different. Pops an early warden. Okay, he wants to protect this charge with the king and all these barbarians to the bottom side. Freezes up that single target Inferno. The queen is making her way in, and now starting the Lalo over to the right side here.
Wow. That is so cool. Making sure the queen is staying alive. Meanwhile, so a lot of things happening at the same time. This is so impressive to see. I feel like this is so hard to do. But the queen is staying alive for now. Can she take down the Inferno Tower? It's so close.
Yes.
The Inferno Tower is falling. The Lalo is coming in from the top side with like 45 seconds left. Carbon, this base looks crushed. Royal Champion abilities still not even used. The healer transitioned over to her. And this base just got wrecked. What a beautiful attack from Betzinger. LP for sure did not see that coming, and that one was a beautiful attack with the ground warden. Something fancy in there as well, and it paid off huge to get in the 3-star.
Incredible job, Leon, using the queen charge Lalo, but not with the warden on air, and sending it with the Lalo portion of it, but in ground, and the king clearing the whole bottom of the base. Beautiful. The blimp secured the tunnel, but the queen ability was forced early, but still able to keep her going into the core, taking out the single, jumping her in the middle. Incredible value. And like you said, the base was crushed. And that's the thing, is queen charge attacks can be super strong and almost versatile, almost be put on any base, but small things that can go wrong. Queen funneling, you have to be very careful. And if you have to focus on one thing in queen charges, it is to focus on your queen. You do not want to force an early ability, because it can make all the difference in the end.
Yeah, that's for sure right. He lost the queen ability though kind of early. Still made it work with some incredible spell placement during the attack in the core. So that was quite impressive. I feel like, anyways, like in those Lalo attacks where you have to do so many things at the same time, like keep track of the queen, make sure that your hero dive is actually working meanwhile, and then already starting with the Lalo. This is truly impressive and a masterclass in itself. So really nicely done by him getting this 3-star in. And the important thing which we were talking about is getting the pressure back. Now one failure from AS Monster, and well, Betzinger might be back in the lead depending on percentage. So this match still incredible close, obviously. Nothing is over yet, obviously, and now we're getting into the next attack. Dragon is in, we're talking about it. AS Monster likes to run those dragon-typed attacks early on, and then switching to queen charge base attacks later. This Testa form might surprise him, and this ram is stuck for now on the wall. Can the ram make it though?
Oh yeah, that's... Oh, it does. Okay, it does make it here. Ground skeletons popped. Do we see a tornado trap or giant... No, okay. Looks like Sneaky Goblins should be able to help secure the town hall, luring out the rest all the way down to the bottom side of the space. Down goes the town hall, so that is beautiful. So you don't have to worry about the town hall poison or the explosion hitting your dragons into this raid. And there's the queen. Oh, hang on. Is he gonna... These headhunters... He does lock onto the Lava Hound now. Gonna have to drop the poison spell. A little hard to see this hound on it, but I'm sure he's gonna drop the poison and help take care of it pretty easily.
Yeah, this trick with the queen on the outside, making sure the unicorn is supporting that queen and keeping her alive is such a cool thing. And without having to invest pretty much anything is another important thing in the mix. And there is the dragons starting to get used into the base. And one thing which I find really interesting is that we know the combinations dragon and dragon riders, but people nowadays always bring this one Inferno Dragon to the mix, where I feel like, why is that a thing? I'm not really sure what it's used for, but it seems like pros really like to run this.
Yeah, the one Inferno Dragon, hey, if it's locked on to an enemy hero, can take it down even faster. Raises up that core Royal Champion and multi-target Inferno. Pushing his way to the top side, still has the Royal Champion to deploy. that RC can get some incredible value. Even the Queen ability is still to be used. And let's see the Inferno Dragon. But wait a second, this multi-target Inferno in the middle is going to be a problem. So we maybe save... Nope. I was going to say save the Royal Champion to send her in there, but never mind. That RC is going from the right side.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, Royal Champion for the core might be a good decision, but he's having different plans. Dragon is sending in the Royal Champion from the right side. Maybe the Dragon Rider can take down the core, but we have so many builders repairing this Inferno Tower. This Inferno Tower is pretty much getting repaired up again. But now with the Royal Champion shield and taking down the builder huts, that's the important movement. There it is. 35 seconds left yet again. The classic swag, which we always see from Monster, if it's the possibility. And this one is going to be another 3-star for them. So even though they got pressured by Benzinger, we now have the situation where one of the teams have like this really, really small lead, which can like flip around at any second, any attack. But both teams obviously having a lot of pressure depending on how the other team does. So now it's back to Benzinger. They have the chance of saying, well, Monster, you have to keep 3-starring, otherwise you're right on your track. But first off, they have to 3-star to be able to have this situation working.
Yeah, absolutely. AS Monster is coming in and showing why they deserve to be here, and they are putting up amazing attacks. 3 stars after 3 stars. And like we got talked about before, as this cast started, I think the favorites right now at this stage is probably AS Monster, but each and every one of these teams is super strong, and just one mistake can be all the difference and can eliminate you. And we've seen, just like MCS, that one mistake, they lost to a perfect war, 15-14 war, which Carnage Gaming advanced. And we will be seeing them in the next match after this, taking on Space Station. The next attack here in this match, Jose taking on Fluxy. You do have a little bit of insight in Fluxy. Let's see if his base can hold here.
Yeah, I mean, looking forward to see if he can defend. Like, otherwise he needs to run a different base on the Duo Masters, I guess. But this one is going to be with the triple clone strategy. So really looking forward to see what he's coming up with. So far, it looks like he's setting his screen for the Town Hall. Like, typically we always see the blimp towards the Town Hall and then the triple clone over there. But this time around, it seems like we have a different plan on our hands, a different approach on our hands. So let's see where exactly he's going to send those clones. Maybe to take down the entire core, which might be a good move, because if you clone so many loons into the core, where typically all of the black mines are, well, all of them are getting taken down in just a second.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Itsu, when you covered the dragon and clone spell, your one tip in your video, you said the whole point of using those clones is to pull as many Seeking Air Mines as possible, because if they don't get hit by Seeking Air Mines, then those dragons are so strong. And I think that's exactly what he's going to be looking to do here. Send that blimp into the core, pull all the traps, and protect those dragons. Dragon Riders are down. Grand Warden as well. Get ready for this blimp maybe to come over near the Queen and Scattershot. Let's see if he can grab all this value.
Oh, there we go with the blimp. It's always so satisfying to watch, like, the million loons just appear. And we will see just in a second the clones, most likely. Where are the clones? There we go. And there we go. The party has started. So many loons inside the core of the space. And you saw all of the black mines getting triggered in there. Even the NATO.
Oh my.
Those dragons have not to worry about as much anymore. The clan castle is down as well. The Royal Champion is in as well. And this is not looking too bad for Jose from Benzinger on this one.
Look at the Royal Champion. Still has an invisibility spell to use. Pops her ability. Down goes that air defense. Uses it now, and the multi-target Inferno finally goes down. And like we talked about, the dragons not hitting these Seeking Air Mines is going to be looking fantastic. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5 dragons for the Dragon Rider? Absolutely beautiful attack coming in here from Benzinger.
Yeah, like, this clone mechanic seems pretty strong. Like, I feel like especially that you can clone troops pretty much. I feel like that's the importance about this working somehow, because you can spread them out so much, because you can clone the loons into the next clone spell, which is giving you the possibility of pretty much traveling quite a distance and spreading them out so much that they're covering a lot of the base. And this is making this clone technique, I want to call it, pretty strong. And, well, there was a beauty of an attack right there, I want to say.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying this Dragon Clone spell in Legends, just messing around, having fun. And there's been quite a bit of times when I've missed a clone. The balloons or something happens, and nothing goes to that one clone, and I'm like, oh no, I just swagged a spell at this point. But it is a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie to you. So be sure to try it. Try it in Legends League. Let us know what you guys, if you guys are trying it, because when you drop that blimp and you drop all those clones, it is pretty satisfying. But Jose, beautiful job from Bazinger. But now, next attack from AS Monster. We have Lee coming in, ooh, with a ground attack now, switching it up. We've got those Super Wizards, the classic, good old P.E.K.K.A Smash here.
Yeah, and we so far see the Siege Barracks, which is a quite common attack, or like a siege combination with this attack, but it's quite risky because you still go on the other side of the Town Hall, but you just bring this one siege, which is supposed to give you more power, but it's not giving you any safety at all, and going and getting that Town Hall. So let's see how he's going to do that, especially considering where the Siege Barrack is placed. I feel like any Hawk Riders in there might actually take or getting taken down by the Town Hall. But wait a second, I saw already Lei using Super Archers in the Siege Barracks, so I'm really looking forward to see what is in that Siege Barracks inside, because he did some creative stuff with that already.
That would be really interesting. See some Super Archers walking around the outside. Remember, they can reach over so many tiles. I think it might be like around 10 or something. I might have, unless it's been changed. But we'll see these Super Wizards coming in towards the core. And the single target Inferno is hitting some of these Super Wizards. Raises it up, but he's making his way towards the Town Hall. Come on, he's got the Queen, he's got the King ability, but the King's on the top side. He's already burned that Warden and is looking pretty solid. He needs to take out the core, but the Town Hall is being secured.
Yeah, there's the heal spell. Like, you have typically so many ranges for that squad that a heal spell is nice to use as well. But with the King and the P.E.K.K.A going towards the outside, this is quite risky. But the Royal Champ is now coming in as well. At the bottom side in the Siege Barracks, there were 3 witches now circling the base and being able to provide already cleanup. And the Royal Champion is going for those scatter shots, hunting them down with only 1 scatter shot remaining in the core. The Queen ability is not even used just yet. And if the jump, though, is not running out, the Queen should be able to reach the last scatter as well.
Yeah, I mean, pop that ability maybe to push the Queen, and she... Yes, she takes the jump, and down goes the scatter shot, and another 3-star here for AS Monster, and it comes down to the one mistake, the one fail. Hopefully does not hurt Bazinger, but AS Monster, they are not slowing down.
Now, this so far is just incredible to watch. Like, 3-star after 3-star for them so far, and for Bazinger, it's not easy to come back. We had a small discussion yesterday with what is like the average star count, and obviously this is like a huge difference, I want to say, in between of match to match. Like, sometimes we see 11 stars. I feel like we even saw a couple of 10-star results in this competition already. But obviously, as yesterday as well, we see some 15 stars as well. So it's always coming down to this one specific match and to the teams. And Monster so far is not slowing down. They keep pushing their opponents to the limit. And Bazinger really just need to keep a 3-star and concentrate on their own and somehow get the pressure game back onto Monster, because so far they're not showing any weakness at all.
Yeah, not showing any weakness. I remember back almost like 2 years ago in the qualifiers when we were first seeing a lot of this esports coming together, they would be doing these wars and putting up 11 to 12 stars. And when someone would put up like 13 stars, we would be like, whoa, that's coming in a great war. But nowadays, if you don't put up 14 and with these pro teams, you're going to have not really a likely chance of advancing, because we're seeing the perfect wars, 14s, and that's becoming commonplace nowadays because these pros are just so good. And there's so many different attack strategies that you can use now in the game that it's almost impossible to try to defend. You just have to really try to bait for a specific attack, maybe with a bunch of Seeking Air Mines to try to catch those blimps. And who knows, we may be seeing a lot of those blimp fails that get hit by Seeking Air Mines, but still, amazing attacks that we've been seeing so far. And now Bazinger Can you get another triple to keep pace with AS Monster?
Oh, that's an interesting choice. Making sure the invisibility spell is covering that air defense, so the blimp can actually fly in. Wait, where is he? Oh, he's getting the blimp open. There's a wall break.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to get the scatter shot as well. That is a really smart move. Can he take down the scatter? That's the important question. And so far, it looks like he can do that.
Yes.
That was a brilliant move right there with the blizzard.
Come on, come on, come on. Scatter, one more shot. Yes! The final shot. The scatter shot goes down. But also, notice the clan castle has been dealt with. So he can use the poison spell somewhere else in the attack. Now going to charge this queen to go into the town hall. But absolutely beautiful use of the invis to reroute the hound to get the blimp to land where he wants. But, like you said, that wall breaker to open up the compartment to allow the super wizards to step through all that value. But now the queen go over the town hall, king over the multi, and I mean, we do see a bowler up top, and that's so weird. We don't see too many bowlers, but wait, queen ability? Yeah, it's he needs to get this with queen ability here. Oh.
Yeah, it seems like no giant bombs whatsoever, so the queen should be able to take that down, not dying in her ability. And now he's getting started with that. Lalo right into the eagle, has one defending air hero still left, which he has to deal with. There is his own warden, and now he needs to make sure that his headhunters are getting through this defending king. It's not going to be easy. He's quite tanky. There's the next hound coming in from the top side, stuck on that mortar because there's no air defenses left at this point in the space, Corbin.
Yeah, no ADs, freezes up. Oh, the sweeper does get a shot off, unfortunately. RC's ability drops pops that warden ability with the haste spell. Has another 2 haste to use, but oh, the traps in the core. Watch out. Oh my gosh. The warden ability protected them all right there.
That was the perfect timing for the warden ability. Super impressive timing right there. The Royal Champion is hopping over and is getting and securing most likely this 3-star. Is it? There are a lot of red mines still, but there's not that much left. There is the X-Bow and the warden. But to be honest, this Lumen Parade cannot be stopped by the remaining defense. So really nicely done attack. And, well, I feel like the attack strategy with the highest hit rate strikes again. Requiris is showing off Lalo skills right there. This was a truly impressive attack. Nicely done. I was afraid for a second how he's dealing with those defending air heroes, but he did a great job of keeping his headhunters alive, covering with the warden ability, and getting those 3-stars in. And, well, back to pressure point on Monster. And, well, they now have to get the 3-star back in again.
Yeah, looking to keep the 3-stars rolling in because we have that one fail. 4 attacks now for Bizinger, and they have 3 triples. And their fail was still really good percentage. So they're looking good, but AS Monster is looking better with all triples so far. And I mean, trying to stop them is almost impossible. They are just so good right now, coming in probably as the favorites between the 4 teams remaining. And yes, if you are just joining, we have all 4 matches. We'll be finding out who's going to win qualifier number 2 here today. And the next match after this is going to be Space Station taking on Carnage Gaming. That is going to be incredible because Carnage did a perfect war against MCS yesterday. Some incredible action, but AS Monster, they had some points. They are in the top 4 right now of the teams that are trying to make the playoffs through these 3 qualifiers, and they're trying to add more points to their total.
Yeah, that's right for sure. And we should have the next attack on our hands, and there we go. Fluxy is in, and this one is going to be one of those moon-style attacks, I want to call them, which is the Inferno Dragons and the Dress with a couple of skeleton spells, which is quite interesting. Like, you see quite some skeleton spells getting used in combination with the Inferno Dragons against single Inferno Tower bases. But this one is running 3 multi-Inferno Towers, so we're looking forward to see how he's going to use those. The tower should go down with the Sneaky Goblins, and this Dragon Riders and the Inferno Dragons can get started from this top side into the base. Early warning ability, and there's the king and the queen as well.
Yeah, the warden ability protect everything. He's freezing up the enemy queen, but the sweeper is going to push him back a little bit. Oh, he pulls
Oh,
out the
no.
lava hound, which means that these Infernal Dragons are going to get stuck on it, while the Dragon Riders outpace them to go in front of this Grand Warden. Now using the Royal Champion over on the left, using these skeletons to help distract and protect her. The Tornado Chapel was pulled in the core, or off to the left side a little bit, but can he keep these Dragon Riders and Inferno Dragons pushing their way, freezing it up? There's still quite a bit of the base left, plus that defending King down south is going to slow that Royal Champion up.
Yeah, and I feel like this is where those skeleton spirits are coming in, tanking the scatter, tanking the defenses, and the defending king as well over there. He has one skeleton spell left, he has one freeze left to protect his royal champion, but it seems like he's trying to prefer to defend his queen, but not sure if that was the right choice.
Oh, he's still got one skelly, but that king is full health here. This is the defense that Bazinger was looking for. Because this is a lower percent right now. The queen's going to burn her ability. But he drops the skelly now to distract that king. Does have a poison spell as well. Drops it now onto the king to slow him down. But it's not looking too good here. Does have one phrase in the queen ability. Is he able to get around? Because that Grand Warden altar doesn't have much health. This unicorn needs to try to keep this queen going, but there's too much left of the space.
Oh, this is going to be tricky. At least he needs a good percentage to make sure percentage-wise they're still in the lead. We see the percentage ticking on the right side. The queen is now walking inside. Not sure if that was the best thing. It would have been better if she would have stayed on the outside. There's the freeze. Needs to use the queen ability to get through that wall, but from this compartment, the queen can reach everything as long as the unicorn is staying alive. This looks still pretty decent for the queen, but time is obviously ticking, but percentage are looking better and better. He has 17 seconds left. How many percentage points can he still make in this one, Carbon?
Well, he can get, if he gets everything but the clan castle, the top side, there's the only thing he definitely cannot reach from this compartment. Gonna be at a 96%. But even though this was a fail, they still have the advantage on percentage. So Fluxy did his job. Still nice job for AS Monster. So now it comes down to the final two attacks. If Bazinger tripled their next hit, that forces AS Monster have to triple as well.
Yeah, that's right. It's the match got closer and closer, I feel like. And this one is coming down to the last remaining attacks. It's going to be incredible. We have Bazinger hitting first, and we have Monster then being able to react to whatever Bazinger is bringing to the table. So let's see if it's going to be a 14-14, 13-13 maybe could be a thing as well. Let's see what they can bring up in those last two attacks. And I don't know, it's going to be close.
Yeah, it is going to be close as well, but we have to keep our eye on the percentage because AS Monster has that advantage right now. So going into this next attack, if Bazinger were to fail, then they can figure out what percentage they need to win, and all they would need is a 2-star. But Bazinger are focused. They're going in right now with their next attack. Hammer Time is coming in with a little bit of a Sweet Lol who's got some lightning spells, either to use with the Royal Champion or to take out a Sweeper, because he's got two of them. Let's see how he wants to mix this in here.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice with having the king and the queen getting sent into the tunnel compartment, I guess, because the clan castle is right behind that. And it seems like it's going to be a archer, goblin, and super mini clan castle, which is not that big of a threat to his heroes. Even though the king takes some damage, the queen is staying safe and being able to hit those important buildings because this defending clan castle has not as many hit points as, for example, a lava hound, for example. So this is pretty important. There's the lightnings for the sweeper, and now he's able to push this Lalo into the base with having actually a heal spell against the two multi-phone towers and the two scatter shots still staying up.
Yeah, the Stone Slammer is now coming on the top side. We have a multi, the Grand Warden, but notice how we have the enemy queen, and I'm trying to see, so the enemy royal champion already went down, so that's a big bonus. So he can drop his royal champion, not have to deal with that. Drops the rage over the enemy queen with that dragon. There's a tornado trap moving his way in towards the core. Seeking Airmine's being pulled. The tornado trap spinning him around, but wait a second, a lot of these balloons have died off. He's got 3 left. I mean, he's got 2 invis, going to rely on this royal champion to get a ton of value, I guess, down south. Pops that Warden Belly. Where is he going to split? He's not going anywhere near that multi-target Inferno.
Yeah, the multi-fire tower is staying alive for now, but there's the heal spell for the back end to keep his loons alive. There's the invisibility spells to keep the Royal Champion alive. Meanwhile, this can still be a thing. There's the next invisibility spell. The Royal Champion can maybe handle the back end. There's the scare shooting, but that was just one loon.
Oh,
yeah, I think he did it.
The baby dragon! It pulled those traps, and now the RC can help take down the multi. Uses the freeze. 53 seconds left, and Hammer Time is looking good with that heal spell that protected a lot of those balloons as they went through. And hey, he lost a handful of balloons in the beginning as he pushed his way through, but it was enough. The Royal Champion clutched up a ton of this base.
That is just incredible. Those loons pathing through the core of the base, just like doing their thing. And then when everything looked bad, like the scatter shot staying alive and everything, he just pulled that heal spell, making sure everything is staying alive. That was a really clutch move, bringing that heal to the table. So really nice planning over there from him. And this is forcing, Monster in a tricky situation because they need to 3-star now. 3-star and they're going to win. A 2-star and they're going to lose and drop out of this competition. Yes, they still get pretty decent points, I want to say, but they do not get further into this qualifier to collect even more points. So Monster with LP, most likely a queen charge. Let's see what the follow-up is going to be, but I mean, if you want to have someone coming in last for you, that's definitely LP, I guess.
Oh yeah, LP has already come in last before and clutched the attack to win for AS Monster. Let's see if he can do it again against Buzzinger. Starting off with the queen charge down south at the bottom of the base. Taking out the cannon. Where is this queen going to walk? Maybe to the left to the air defense. But this multi-target inferno, remember, going to hit these healers while the queen cannot reach it. So he decides to wall break her into here. Dropping that balloon to test for a Seeking Air Mine. Raised her up. Now he's charging to try to get this value. Is he going to continue this charge for the queen to the right side by the scatter shot maybe? Because he got another 2 super wall breakers to use.
Yeah. Still wondering where he's going to use those. I feel like the compartment where the Expo is standing in might be a good compartment where he could wall break into. But for this, he needs 3 wall breakers. I don't know what his plan is going to be with 2 more wall breakers. Let's see. I'm super excited to see what he's having in mind. There's the connection wall break, but the next wall break is only working if the 3 o'clock compartment is empty, which means he needs the Royal Champion for that to clear that or something. You just keep trying to funnel it. This Tesla farm is looking annoying right there.
Yeah, that Tesla farm is going to be quite annoying. But the one positive thing is that the queen should be able to deal with it. Oh, the Teslas. No, the queen. There was. Oh, shoot. Why was the queen? Why'd you go for the lava hound? You could have went for some Teslas to help keep yourself alive. Pulling some traps, freezing up the scatter shot and the other Tesla. The big key is not using that queen ability. He's going to now drop that Royal Champion from the left side, charging her way across.
Oh,
the
Queen!
Town Hall is still up. Oh, the Queen ability.
Queen barely stayed alive, like in her ability. That was super close, and it seems like he does not even plan to get the tunnel with his Queen. He just has the tunnel being pretty much the last building in his attack, but he has the Dragon Riders entering over there. The Black Mines are getting triggered by those runes from the Slammer. Warden abilities and Queen ability is already out, but he's using that rage to stay and keep her alive.
Oh yeah.
The tunnel's going down with the Royal ability, and I think he got it. I think he did it. He's saving Monster yet again and getting this 3-star.
LP coming in, GG. Man, he is Mr. Clutch coming in with 3 stars to help Monster move on and take down Buzzinger. The Queen is taking out the wall, but doesn't really matter at this point. That is a 3-star to Ace Monster, which means that they are going to win this 14-14 war and win it on percentage, 99.2. Does that mean that they won by like just 1 building? Incredible stuff from AS Monster. Just enough to deserve it. And they will be moving on in the bracket because the next match that we're going to be having is going to be Space Station Gaming taking on Carnage Gaming. That is going to be a war, but Itsu. Maybe we can take a look at this bracket to see exactly where everything is standing. currently, because AS Monster, brilliant job. And you talked about it. It was the defense that you were a little bit worried about for him, maybe. And hey, I mean, I guess it was just enough, even though only one attack failed.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's already enough to get the victory, but something which is important as well, we are going to see Betzinger again later on in that third place match. They did an incredible job pushing Monster to their limits, but Monster is being the first finalist team and being able to compete for even more points. We just saw earlier the leaderboard with Monster already having quite some points, and Space Station could do the same thing in that matchup against Carnage Gaming. Getting into the finals would be huge for them, collecting even more points, and that might be already a game changer. And as you said, this was going to be the next match which we're going to watch. I can't wait for that. So far, the action has been incredible already in the first match. I think it's just going to be better in the second one.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the next match, because AS Monster putting on a show there with Betzinger. But still, we will see a Betzinger again in the third place match, and we're going to see all the matches here today. We got 3 more incredible wars to come, so you guys do not want to miss that. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be getting ready for the next match of Space Station versus Carnage Gaming. Welcome back. We are getting ready for the Space Station versus Carnage Gaming match. I'm Carbon Finn here, joined with Itsu. We're going to take a look at the bracket because we just wrapped up an awesome match, which was Bazinger taking on AS Monster. And AS Monster just walked away victorious in a 14-14 war, which LP tripled at the end to win on percentage. But Itsu, what about this next match between Space Station and Carnage Gaming? What are you gonna be expecting to see here today?
It is so hard to predict that next matchup because, like, Carnage Gaming had 15 stars against MCS, but at the same time, KOG did incredible well against Alternate, getting them out of this qualifier, but still, Space Station was able to defeat them. So, in my opinion, they're maybe the King Slayer in this one. So every team, which looks pretty good, they are getting taken down by the Space Station squad. So nothing is safe on this one. It's going to be super exciting. Hopefully, yet again, another close matchup. And I cannot wait for hits to start because, well, Space Station showed some incredible creativity, which is as well, in addition to just having a great match, awesome to watch as well, just like seeing some creative attacks. I remember your highlight of yesterday was this attack from Lex with the lock launcher and the Dragon Rider, which was some really brilliant move from him. And looking forward to see something again from him like that today. That would be cool.
Yeah, can't wait to see what both these teams can do. Both super strong, but what I do want to mention, if anyone has been tuning into the stream and maybe you haven't opened up Clash just yet, there is going to be some changes coming with potentially the Seeking Airmine. I know that's one of the things you mentioned that you really wanted to see. It is now going to be traveling faster, so potentially can hit the blimps. It's not going to be happening yet. We don't know when it's going to be dropped, but I'm super excited for that. I know Valkyrie's going to get a little bit of a buff. But what are you most excited out of the changes that are coming? But maybe what is also something you would love to see?
I think the biggest changes, at least for like the competitive player, I want to say is the Black Mine travel speed for sure. But as well, the Expo range change is something interesting as well because this is quite a buff, to be honest. And we already see a couple of pros using those air Expos, so this might be already a pretty good hit towards those air hits. But obviously, at the end of the day, we have to see and wait what is going to happen. But at the same time, I know it's a quite unpopular opinion, but in my opinion, it's not a bad thing that we have an air meta right now. We feel like we had a ground meta for so long, Town 13, etc., especially for the normal players who can't like play Lalo like, I don't know, like Nick or like, for example, Yo-Yo. If you're not as gifted as those crazy guys, like, normal players can't play Lalo. So there was not too many air options which were out there. So I think that Dragons and Dragon Rise are pretty strong right now. That's not a big problem in my opinion, as long as the hit rates are okay, and if you could handle those, it's okay in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see these changes being put into Clash because I know the biggest thing is going to be a lot more blimp fails. That is for sure. We will see the Seeking Air Mines. It will hit the blimp and down it'll go super fast, which is going to affect me for sure. But it is time to jump into the very first attack against Space Station and Carnage Gaming. And it kicks off with Agent 33 here, looking to come in with the Mass Inferno Dragons. We've been seeing a little bit of these attacks so far, and we used to see them a lot more. Not as much, but still they're strong. Let's see this King. Wait, King, you're going to loop. Okay, yes, I was a little worried there. He went out and back outside the base, and he's coming back to that Eagle Artillery.
Yeah, coming back, luckily getting that Eagle out of the way, the Queen on the outside, walking around, and then we have those Inferno Dragons and Dragon Riders coming in. This is a combination which is getting used more and more again. But there were so many Black Mines already in the beginning, and all of them were getting triggered by those loons. This obviously is great. We were talking about that quite a bit. Those Black Mines being able to cover or like make sure they're not hitting your Dragon Riders or Inferno Dragons is huge. Now the blimp, born ability perfectly timed, and this blimp should make it, even with the NATO behind the Town Hall.
Yeah, he lands there, and then look at that. The death damage of the blimp took down all the builder huts, the sweeper, and he takes down the town hall with just the freeze. Now he can still drop the royal champion. Once this clan castle goes down, is setting up the funnel. Can he push his way into the middle? One Inferno Dragon does make its way. Oh, actually, no, a handful do loop back in there, but he's still saving. Onto RC finally deploys her. Some skellies over by the scatter shot and the king.
Yeah, the Royal Champion, as I said, is getting sent, but there are so many. Take a look at how many skeleton spells are in this just one compartment. It feels like this king is just getting overwhelmed by all of the skeleton power, and this one is going to be the first 3-star. We already said Space Station, kind of the King Slayer in this tournament. Whenever there's a team which is looking good, Space Station taking them out, and they're starting strong versus Carnage Gaming, which just yesterday had this perfect war against MCS. Can they repeat their performance? We have to wait and see, but so far a good start for Space Station to put yet again a lot of pressure on the Carnage Gaming team. And yet again, we talked about that yesterday, but like the team which is starting strong and like getting the early lead is most likely going to win it. And I mean, we asked ourselves, is it going to be the same story today? Monster had the early lead, and it was close at the end, but still they were able to keep that over the entirety of the match. So let's see if that's going to be the same on this match, or if this match might be one of the first ones where a small comeback is about to happen.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eye, but the thing is, like you mentioned, we will see Carnage Gaming through all these attacks. They will have the final attack at the end of this war. So like LP did in the last one, the clutch, the triple, there's a lot of pressure that can be on that player. So they have to be ready, but they're taking all the time to plan their hits. And I know in these beginning attacks, these very first couple, you don't have much time to plan. It's about like a 45-minute war, and the attacks start within about like 5 to 7 minutes right after you see the base for the very first time. So it's what would you kind of give any new competitive pro or players that want to become pros, right? When they're in this type of format, what would you recommend for them to do if they're trying to plan and get better at identifying bases really quickly?
I think the most important thing is as well, like, find your position inside the team, because like you don't have to like use 5 queen chargers every single time. No, it's totally fine if you have like some player which are always attacking first with, for example, like Inferno Dragons and Dragon Riders, which we have just seen from Agent. And those strategies typically do not need so much time to plan, which is giving them other players more time to plan. So finding your place inside the team and working on the team synergy is one of the most important things, I feel like, and should never underestimate it. At the end of the day, Clash of Clans is a 5v5 game and not a 1 versus 1 game. And we have Fabian now coming in for Carnage Gaming, and he's coming in with the P.E.K.K.A smash on this base of Lex, which so far has already defended in so many tournaments. So good. I remember yesterday against the Hydra attack, I think it was. The attack just got obliterated. So let's see if this base can defend P.E.K.K.A smash as well, or if P.E.K.K.A smash might be the good strategy against this base.
Yeah, looking to have the Super Wall Breaker charge towards this Eagle Artillery, and we've got a log launcher. So he's coming all the way across from Town Hall, drops his king with the witches, and his warden, no, not going to take out the Archer Tower, just loops back over to the P.E.K.K.A and Ice Golem. Here comes the log launcher all the way across the base. Going to push his way, and he's going to take out the Eagle Artillery nice and early, which is going to be fantastic. But do we see some giant bombs? No. Don't really see too many giant bombs normally. I thought I was going to expect to see it quite a bit by the Eagle Artillery, but nonetheless, Bloom's protecting these healers, and here goes the King ability. And if he can charge his way all the way across, he can get some insane value.
Yeah, this is still looking pretty decent. All of the P.E.K.K.A are staying alive. He still has the Warden ability so far, even though he's going against 2 sweepers, which typically is not the best thing you can do, even with the P.E.K.K.A smash. Like, take a look at those healers. They're trying to support the troops, but they're getting pushed back and getting pushed back. And the jump spell is leading everything now into the last remaining compartments. Those outside heroes are typically dragging those troops to the outside, but the channel now is being the main threat to those troops. The rage is there, and Carbon, this is looking really, really good for Fabian so far.
This is looking fantastic. That jump spell got the queen and everything towards the town hall. The RC ability goes off. The RC is just clipping that town hall poison, but should jump back out of it, and this is crushed. He's got one free spell left, Queen ability now used, and what a beautiful attack for Carnage Gaming.
That was such a crushing attack. Packer Smash, pretty much textbook, to be honest, from this attack, like the Warden Walk, and those type of attacks are so strong on those diamond-shaped bases, because like there's not much you can do. You funnel the one side with the Warden Walk, then you push through the core with your Log Launcher, and even if there are Clan Castle troops coming out of the Clan Castle, for example, which is centralized typically, those logs are just going to take those out. So there's not a lot of threat on your troops, and then the King and the Royal Champion forcing everything into the core, funneling the other side. It was perfect right there with the textbook Packer Smash, and this is how you do it. If you want to try it as well in Legends, in Clan War, copy this attack. That's exactly how you get those bases out of the way, and 3-star most of them.
Yep. Yeah, it was a beautiful job, but the thing is, when people think about it in CWL, they think about it in War, and sending that log launcher all the way from the opposite side of 10-all can be a little bit scary. But like, I don't want to get that 1-star, but at the end of the day, if you need to get triples and you need to keep pace with teams like Space Station, you got to take those risks to be going all out. And like we saw from Fabian of Carnage Gaming, absolutely crushing attack. And now we can definitely say that base is completely burnt.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I mean, it has done an amazing job so far for Lex. You have to say that as well. Doing a really good job so far. Now it's back to Space Station. Both teams so far are starting with 3 stars. Space Station now has the chance of getting back into this. And I have to say, I'm waiting for the attack of Crazy Orion. Like, his Queen Charges are always incredible to watch. Is he going?
Yeah.
There we go. There's the Queen Charge allowed. And I have to say, already, like relaxing, laying back, and just getting ready to enjoy some crazy Queen Charge action.
Oh, yes, you just called it. Let's see what Crazy Ryan can do. Starting off with the King and Queen. He can try to wall break this King to go. Wait a second. No wall break need for the King. He's got the Yak. So he could just easily have that King break through the wall, raging this Queen up to get through the enemy King, the Queen, the Scatter Shot. That's a ton of value. And he does use a poison spell in here. In combination, he has another poison for the Clan Castle.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice, using that poison over there. Not a headhunter or something. He has still 2 headhunters to play, so an interesting choice for sure. He has a log launcher still with him as well, not placed it just yet. So where is that going to plant? There it goes. Logs are opening out of the walls, but that is a pretty far way still to get. And there's the Clan Castle coming out. Royal Champion taking down the Eagle, and this is yet again looking really good. Especially, take a look at that. All of those headhunters are start flying and going away with those logs. Really nicely done.
Perfectly timed. The log launcher opens all the way to this town hall. Look at these walls going down. Beautiful job. Using the invis on the RC is going to help try to take the scatter shot down. No, it doesn't. It just barely stays alive. The ice golems are trying to help. No, the Queen! The Queen! Oh, no. The single. It activated the Queen ability, unfortunately.
Yeah, this now is going to be interesting because the town was pretty much the last building for him to get that out of the way. There is the freeze. He has no more. I just want to say he has no more rages, but there's one more rage. But the Queen is under a lot of damage. The Lado is now coming in towards the town hall. He has 1 haste left, but the haste is pretty much useless because he's hasting everything into the town hall. 7 more loons. Can he still make this? The town hall is going down, which means less damage on his Queen. And 7 more loons on the back end. No more spells left. This is going to be close.
12. Needs to drop some minions up at 12. Got some. Okay, there we go. We got some cleanup going. You can drop 1 balloon to distract that wizard tower. And Crazy Ryan with the crazy charge. Insane. Beautiful job. Grabbing that value. The Queen stays alive in the end, even though that Queen ability was forced. And look at this. No defenses left. It's just a matter of cleanup and putting another 3-star on the board for Space Station. Brilliant attack, and that is what he is known for, coming in with absolutely epic Queen charges, and Crazy Ryan doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, and the impressive thing as well is that he's always attacking so early for his team. Like, typically, if you're doing those Queen charges, for example, like LP, you can take some time. Like, you can have other teammates maybe starting earlier, with more simple strategies, but he's just going in second with the crazy lock launcher Queen Charge Lalo, arguably one of the complicated more complicated attacks in the game, and still smashing the base. So really nicely done by him, and this is putting the pressure back on Carnage Gaming, and they need now to concentrate, get back into the game, and have this, I don't know, like pushing in between with like who gets the first lead in this matchup, like who's getting the first defense, who's messing up the first. And so far, Space Station is going flawless.
Yeah, Space Station looking really good, but hey, Carnage Gaming is putting on a show as well, with their first attack absolutely crushing Triple with the P.E.K.K.A. Smash against Lex's base. But they're looking to keep it going, keeping the pressure on, because the winner of this match is going to be taking on AS Monster in the grand finals. And if you lose, you're going to be playing in the third place match against Bazinga, and every single one matters because you're trying to get even more points here in the qualifiers. Dropping some rocket loons, coming in with the dragons, trying to take down Agent's base. Out comes some super minions, a headhunter as well. And I don't know, did he lure out the full CC? I feel like there's going to be maybe a goblin, maybe another headhunter in there. Typically, you tend to see 3 headhunters if you got 2 super minions.
Yeah, that's normally the classic clan cards, I want to say. So let's see if that's the case. The headhunters went back towards the queen. There is this blimp flying across towards the town hall. The rage as well getting placed. The warden ability really soon as well. And now everything is flying as intended. But there is the NATO. The rage is completely wasted, it feels like. This rage did not hit anything. And now he needs to make that up. That is pretty much 2 swag spell capacity, which is unfortunate. There's another rage and the heal spell to keep those troops alive, but those black mines are hitting hard right now.
Yeah, that queen in the core. Out comes, oh, look at all these goblins coming out of that clan castle. But yeah, that queen is just barely has a little bit of health remaining. Just needs 1 shot from any troop, and she will go down. And the Road Champion still has her ability with 1 freeze left, but there is quite a bit of the space left. This is looking really strong for Agent, and unfortunately, I'm not liking to see what's left, because the RC ability just goes off. The Queen's got her ability, but she's going for a wall on the outside, and I just don't see enough. Wait, nope, never mind. Queen reroute. But a multi-scatter, Grand Warden, that's just so much left.
Yeah, this looks like a really strong defense. I mean, typically like those Dragon and Dragon Rider attacks are getting really good percentages, but this so far is barely crossing the 70% mark. Queen ability can be used anytime. What is this wall? Queen, are you kidding? You can only reach the gold mine from over there. Couldn't you go for like a different wall to get the scatter, get the Inferno Tower or something? What are you doing?
Well, the queen, you know, is just sometimes she feels like she wants to go for her. We can't question her because she's gonna go for that wall. And hey, you know, I mean, what I really would love to see is that I think everybody would get the gold pass if we have a queen wall breaker skin. You know how awesome that would be, joining the fight, and it would be amazing. I would use that skin all the time. It would be perfect. Yes. The queen. Oh man, unfortunate. But can you get to an 80? No, just a little bit short. 78% there for Carnage Gaming.
Yeah, this base looked really, really strong defending off this air spam strategy, which is not an easy task. So really good job to the base builder over there defending that entry. And this is exactly what we said. Now we have Space Station in the lead the first time. And so far, not a single team in the semifinals or yesterday did drop a match as soon as they had the lead. Do we have Space Station being the first team to do that? Or can they just continue the trend and getting that next victory? That's the big question. It would be so important. We talked about that earlier with the points. Those teams aiming obviously for the prize money, but they're getting points as well to collect to get into the playoffs. And Space Station already is sitting in a really good position. Getting into the finals would be even better, even more points for them, and they could get the first and second seed with Monsters. So this win would be super important to them. Marinol is next, and he is coming in with some lightnings. and with a nice Lalo attack right after.
Yeah, looking to lightning that core to take out that multi-target Inferno. He finds the Tesla farm, uses a haste right off the bat for this Tesla farm. I feel like, did he want to drop the haste to grab? Okay, maybe he just wanted to set the funnel, but maybe you really want to kind of air defense. Ground Skeleton does pop the Yak, should be able to help splash damage, take out the Skellies, no problem. And I'm going to force this king to go into the enemy queen, the multi-target Inferno, but there's the clan castle there as well, which can be quite a bit of a pain once you lose it out.
Yeah, and there's a Hound in there, which is a huge problem for this Royal Champion, because the Royal Champion is getting stalled now quite a bit. The Queen meanwhile is trying her best to get into the Town Hall. She needs to take that down. The Royal Champion, we can see that, is stuck on that Lava Hound. The question is, how quick can she take that out? Nicely, he took 2 poisons with him, which is good.
No.
But the Queen!
Oh no! Queen! No! Oh, he forced these to freeze these lava pups. He forces a freeze again, and the lava pup takes down the Queen! Oh, the OP tornado trap stole the Queen away from the Town Hall! Oh my goodness.
Wow. I feel like this Nado was actually designed to defend like a blimp or something, but instead it completely messed up the pathing for that Queen protecting the Town Hall, and this means he had to invest a haste and a couple of spells, so that's not the optimal outcome right there. The Lalo has started from the top side. We know how strong Lalo is, so maybe he can still make that work. The first scatter is going down, the second scatter on the back end, though is still a big threat. Question is, how can he take down this defending Royal Champion? Are there any headhunters, which I can't see right now? There are the headhunters coming in from the top left to take down the Royal Champion, but the Expo and everything are locking onto it. The backhand scatter shot is right now tanked by the Lava Hound, and this is still looking really good from Marino. A really good save so far.
Yeah, he's got 40 seconds left, but the problem is no spells, and those 2 phrases that he wanted to use for the Lalo, he used for the Queen, which she was still not able to take that Town Hall down. Oh my goodness, he dodges those red air bombs. But now the question is not necessarily about how many balloons he's got, because he got tons of them left with just a few defenses. It's about time. That King's slowing down the minions up top, but they finally get through him. And now there's the Clan Castle, but he did pass the 78 mark, which we saw from Carnage Gaming. So no matter what, even if this fails, they will still have the lead. But the minions trying to get their way through, and the time is gonna be the issue here, Itsu.
Wow, that's actually still overkill. We have 1 Dragon Rider left alive, a ton of loons left alive. So that was an impressive save from Marino right there. And he had to invest so many spells already, like 2 freezes, you said it, in haste spell as well. So there were a lot of things which he had to still invest, and still power-wise, no problem whatsoever. That was a really good attack.
Yeah, really strong attack. He even used a haste spell in the beginning onto that Tesla farm. So imagine if he didn't need to use all those spells, he would have swagged incredibly. But that's the thing. One small thing can make or break an attack. And in that case, it was the tornado trap. And you have to blame the Queen's archers for that, because they spawned in a circle right around her. They activated that tornado trap and pulled the Queen away. Man, so close. But that's what these wars come down to. It comes down to those single attacks. But we still have Space Station with the advantage going into the next set of attacks here. Let's see what Carnage can come in with a Queen Charge Dragon Rider.
Oh, a Queen Charge Dragon Rider. The King getting sent into that Eagle compartment. We have a Slammer selected right now, so let's see if he is going to go for that. And wait a second, I'm trying to remember if I know this base. I feel like LP attacked this base with Queen Charge Dragon Rise as well, and he swagged like 8 spells on this one. What he did, he let his Queen walk around the outside into the Multi-Inferno Tower and blimped that scatter shot. And then just let the Queen walk towards the Town Hall, Dragon Rise from the top, and he swagged like, I think 3 rages, 2 freeze or something. So let's see if that's the exact same plan. Because so far he has the Slammer selected, and that's something different than LP did.
Well, used the first rage right there. Let's see where this Queen is going. Wall breaking her closer to the multi. But like, oh, no, like you mentioned, he does go with that blimp, switches up the clan castle. And let's see. The blimp trying to grab this scatter, pull out the CC, Rage is down. We got Yetis and a Valkyrie coming out. Ooh, wait, they don't necessarily go straight for the scatter, but the Yeti might should be able to grab that value.
Yeah, now the big problem kind of is like there's not that much damage left for defending the queen. Like even the Expo is going down, and just a Lava Hound with one cannon on the queen, that's no problem whatsoever. The only problem which he has pretty much is time at this point, and he's starting off with those Dragon Riders at the top right. He can use the Royal Champion from the right side to get it. Wait a second, he's... Okay, that's a big question mark to me, why he's sending everything from the top. He could have sent it from the right side, the Royal Champion, to get some pathing in. But either way, this is still looking good. Time should be no problem whatsoever. At this point, Warbrick is working as well. He has access towards that defending Town Hall, and he has a lot of spells left. But the problem right now is a lot of Dragon Riders are dying out due to them being super split up. And the Royal Champion on that King is not doing that great of a work either.
Yeah, the multi just goes down. The Grand Warden pulls another Seeking Airmine. He goes down, raises that Queen up. She's going to grab the Town Hall, but like you mentioned, he dropped the Royal Champion up top. If she came in from the bottom side or towards the 3 o'clock, would have been able to grab all that value, maybe even use the Invis on the RC to grab it, and it could have been a completely different attack. So at this rate, it looks like it just might be a time fail.
Yeah, that's a big question mark to me. I mean, when I'm playing a Legend, I really like to just spam all of the Dragon Riders on one spot as well, because you're just lazy and I don't know. But yeah, this seemed to be like a really big problem right there, because we can see he still has the rage. But the rage against all of this...
5 seconds? No way.
I don't
4,
I don't
3,
think so.
2,
Wait.
1. Oh my gosh! What?
Oh my...
way! The final shot of the owl!
What? That... Okay. That was a good use of that rage. Props to him, but I would have never thought that this would have still worked. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Like that lightning chain of the owl. Okay.
That was...
I mean, a 3-star, right? So
yeah, no problem. It is. A 3 is a 3 at the end of the day. That was clutch for Carnage Gaming. If they failed again, they would have been down by so much. But now they're only down by, what is it? Or actually, they're just, is it all tied up with the percentage now at the moment? But still, insane job. The raged up owl clutching the attack. And I bet Nick is just sitting there. He's just like, are you kidding me? This owl gets it done against my base. Well, he just saw his base get tripled, and now it's Nick's turn to triple, and he's coming with the Zaplow, taking out the core sweepers and multi-target Inferno.
Yeah, and there's the blimp finding already a couple of Tesla and getting that defending scatter out of the way with that Yeti blimp, it seems like. The Masked Dragon Rider getting more and more popular, quite a strong strategy, especially if you're like identifying the base correctly and dodging most of those black mines. If you're finding most of those black mines without having too many Cocoons in front of you, you're going to lose your Dragon Riders quite quickly. But if you're identifying the base correctly and dodging those black mines, then it's a pretty crushing attack strategy. So let's see what is going to be the case with those traps and how things are going to look as he's starting with the Dragon Riders then later on.
Yeah, he's got to charge this queen in towards the enemy CC. There is that Lava Hound, poisons up the Headhunters as well. It's going to be a little annoying. Pops that King ability. He runs off to the left side a little bit. Now, the Town Hall did activate. That's going to be a big problem. Is he going to have to drop that Royal Champion, though? 5 freezes left to use. This queen's going to get slowed down from... Oh, there's the freeze. The King needs help take that Town Hall down as he's trying to continue this push through.
Yeah, the Pups are yet again delaying that Queen. We just said that earlier with Marino having some huge problems. There's the Queen ability into the Lava Pups, but the Town Hall already being low. That should be no problem, and the Town Hall is going down. The Single Inferno Tower, though, in combination with quite a few Air Expos on the back end, might be a big threat to him. So let's see how we can handle those. First Eagle shots are connecting. and dealing already quite some damage. But so far, the loons are perfectly following, like flying in front. There's a spring shot for the headhunter, but the queen should go down, no problem whatsoever. And now it's all about this back end. And those Tesla with those Expos somehow dealing enough damage to take those Dragon Riders out.
Yeah, he dropped some rocket loons onto the backside archer tower. Teslas are there into this air defense. RC's ability goes off. They're going to take out the air defense. No, they damage it quite a bit. Freezes up the scatter. It does get a shot off, unfortunately, but he should be able to clear this. The Royal Champ's going to get slowed down by the king, but there is the head on. The RC is going down. Has a handful of Dragon Riders left. Has some minions, but he's only got 28 seconds.
Yeah, time is ticking so much, and you have to think about, like, those Dragon Riders, yes, they can sometimes be pretty quick, but Lado is still quicker most of the time. So, actually, interested in why exactly Nick went with Dragon Riders, especially because he's so known for using Lado attacks. And this one is going to be another defense against those Dragon Riders. It's a huge overkill, like, power-wise. But hey, at the end of the day, no one is asking, like, okay, how many troops did you have left in your attack? It's all about how many stars did you get in your attack, and that was only 2 stars and only an 88% attack. So Carnage can for sure get maybe the first comeback win in this second qualifier.
Yeah, we will have to see. But right now, Space Station have the lead on percentage. But if Carnage triple, they take the lead. And that's how important that last Carnage triple was with that Owl, because they need every single star. They're down on percentage, so it makes a huge difference. And man, I would never have expected the Owl's chain would have clutched up those final 2 buildings. Absolutely insane. But now Anonymous from Carnage is looking to answer for them, and he is coming in with the Siege Barracks. But this Grand Warden's looking to probably grab this multi-target Inferno all at the bottom side.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because we saw the exact same attack yesterday. But this time around, they baited the entry. So really smart decision-making from Space Station. Yesterday, we had the Tesla farm on the left side around the bomb tower. I remember that you mentioned a ton of giant bombs surrounding that scatter shot. And, well, let's see how that's going to work with the changed Tesla farm. He has to invest the rage quite early, which means he has 3 rages left alive at this point. But this is quite a big number of rages still to play, so I think he should be still totally fine. And he can get started really soon with his queen luring over the warden. There we go, the pirate queen skin is getting to the right direction. There's the king, and the king, though, this time around, I feel like the last time the king did walk inside the base. This time around, though, he is getting sent towards the outside. We remember there were a lot of black mines on this left side, and the loons so far are not doing a good job of covering all of that. So this might be a big problem for this Packers, for this push, for this dive into the base.
Yeah, there's the giant bomb. Pops the warden ability. Oh, there's all the giant bombs pushing his way through. The king actually beats his way back through in towards the walls. He has the jump spell being used now into the core towards the town hall. Royal Champion is coming down, raging his way up through the middle. The Hound does just pop. This is looking pretty strong here, keeping everything alive. I mean, he can drop a freeze on the town hall. He does just that. Protect his troops in the core. I mean, this is looking really strong so far. And now Hogs are just coming out of the siege barracks.
Yeah, there are Hog Riders coming out, which means the single from the tower should be no problem whatsoever. The Roy Champion already got deployed at the bottom side to take down the scatter shot, which was out of reach. The Eagle is going down as well, and this seems, even though they tried to defend this entry, which worked yesterday, they were not able to make it work. Anonymous is getting in, getting this 3-star, and with 44 seconds left, this is going to be the 3-star, which they were hoping for, because this means going into the last 2 attacks, they have the lead compared to Space Station, and now it's 10 to 11. And the match has turned in just a couple of attacks.
It has indeed. Anonymous, beautiful 3-star there. And we saw that base being used before. And maybe Crazy Ryan was thinking he could change up the traps and completely bait that exact same attack, and it would not work. But that's not the case here. It still was a crushing 3-star, even though the Tesla farm might have been moved just a little bit. But Carnage Gaming now has the lead. and they're looking really strong. So Carnage holds all the cards. If they triple their final attack, it doesn't matter what Space Station does. Carnage will be advancing. Because what are these teams fighting for? Well, they are trying to win qualifier number 2. We do have one more qualifier next week as well, which you guys are able to sign up right now if you guys want to and be able to compete. And remember, if you win today, first place, you're going to get 15 points. And you're also going to take home $1,500. So there's quite a bit on the line still for these teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's for sure. And Space Station for sure wants to get that win. So we have, well, they have the one chance of making that work with just 3-star. This is all they have to do to stay inside this match. A 2-star, and it's pretty much over. A 3-star, and they still have this chance of staying inside this match and having the chance of getting into the finals. And we have the last attacker going in any second, and that should be Lex. Now let's see what he's coming up with. There we go. The Yeti funnel, the Dragon Riders is in, and we have, at least for now, a Slammer selected. So let's see what exactly the plan is going to be.
Yeah, we have seen quite a bit of log launchers coming in with queen charges, but like you mentioned yesterday, and you have played with competitive wars with Lex, and you mentioned that he loves to use those Yetis as funnels, and he does have that just right now as well. Charging this queen in towards the multi, the king clearing that compartment, and look at that, the king's actually still alive, getting to the enemy queen. Beautiful value. What a charge so far. Dropping that Yeti down south towards the bottom. Drops the balloon as well. Keeping this queen going. The queen is eventually, slowly going to be pulling out the clan castle. Finally, now it does just that.
Oh no. It was actually doing a really small thing with bringing like a normal wall breaker to get through that wall. But the rage was not hitting that, like was not in range for that wall break. Now it's going to be tricky. This arch tower needs to go down ASAP, otherwise the next wall break is... Oh, the wall break is actually working, so really nicely done. And the wall break towards the town hall is looking strong. Getting that town hall out of the way is huge. But now the Dragon Riders, though, on the other side, have to go against the sweeper, which is typically not something you want to go for with those Dragon Riders.
Oh, pops an early warden ability here. Still has the World Champion to deploy the Headhunters, taking out the enemy RC. The Queen has cleared the Town Hall, and the Stone Slammer is now being deployed with the RC at the 12 o'clock position, freezing up the multi, the Tesla Farm, and now the Queen's going to have to burn her ability, does just that through the King, finds a Giant Bomb, pushing his way through. This is looking pretty solid. That RC can get so much value. Oh, beautiful job. The air defense went down, so her skip can get one more building to that Wizard Tower. And Lex drops that invis on the Queen to keep her going, and this is looking good for Lexnos.
That was a really good Queen charge right there. Nice last freeze to keep that Royal Champion and those Dragon Riders left alive. And with 50 seconds left and a ton of Dragon Riders left alive, this is going to be the next 3-star for Space Station, which means they're going to finish on 13 stars. So we have now Carnage going in. I think they have to 3-star pretty much because percentage-wise Space Station's in the lead. Is that correct?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but they are looking really good in the advantage right now. They are up by the 2 stars. They've had the percentage for pretty much the whole game. And look at that, 97.2 to a 94.5. So pretty much Carnage knows that they're going for that triple, and they've got the final attack, and that's one of the advantages that you have when you go last in a match. You have to see exactly what you need to do, and they can take all the risks. They can enter from the complete opposite side of the town hall. They can end on the town hall because they're going all out for the 3-star.
Yeah, that's for sure, I want to say. So let's see if Carnage can make that work and getting into the finals, collecting some nice points, obviously, and getting some nice prize money as well. And they have to get... I'm not 100% sure if they have to 3-star or if it's a high percentage 2-star. Not 100% sure, but either way, they need a good attack to finish off this match to have a chance of getting this victory. And the next attack is in. Hugo Stiglitz is in this one. And we have the base of Marinol trying to defend his P.E.K.K.A smash with the 1-1.
Oh, yeah. So if we look on the right side, it looks like he must triple this match because they're at a 76. The best they could do is a 96% with a 3-star, and that would still be lower. So they need to win by that 1 star. So 2 stars, 99% is not going to be enough. Grand Warden taking his time into this multi-target Inferno, rages him up. He'll take the Tesla down, grab the multi, and starting his way through. Does have a blimp. Is he going to switch that to a log launcher? I'm not sure just yet. The queen is down. Drops a balloon onto the board to help set a little bit of funnel for the king. Super wall break goes down and looks to use the Super Wizard's P.E.K.K.A to charge straight in towards this Eagle artillery.
Yeah, I feel like he wants to get into this long channel. He doesn't want to get into the tunnel compartment. This is why he's bringing the blimp to get that town hall out of the way without actually getting into the town hall compartment, without actually having the threat of this town hall poison taking any troops out of his army composition. There's the blimp, there's the warden ability, and there it goes into the core of this base.
And that blimp makes it to the town hall. Like you mentioned, he's pushing his way into the gore, staying away from the town hall to protect his troops. Lava Hound just popped, and the town hall goes down to the Sneaky Goblin. Still has a Royal Champion, now deploys her off to the right side. It's all about how, if these... Wait, I'm hearing these P.E.K.K.A sounds, and these P.E.K.K.As are dying super fast. They went down so fast on Marinel's base here. There's a tornado trap spinning him around. The king is going down to the outside of this base. Royal Champion's going down. He's losing so much of his troops. The RC's ability is forced. He's still got another rage and 2 freezes. Can this queen to stay alive and keep going?
He's raging up the Royal Champion to somehow get the back, and he needs to make sure the Royal Champion is getting as much value as possible. The healers are not switching over, which means the queen is staying alive, but not the Royal Champion. Now it's all about time. He's using that queen ability to get through the wall as quickly as possible. He needs to protect the wizard over there to get some more damage in. It's 40 seconds, and this might be a time problem for him. And now it's getting to the percentages, and I have no clue how many percentage are important to get this victory.
Oh my goodness. Hugo is looking to put up about like a 98%. Has a headhunter, drops, and look at the angle. Wants to send the headhunter over towards that ground X. Well, the warden can reach it, but the queen, he's got the freeze. He's moving his way in. The air defense goes down, and 7 seconds, he's got the freeze spell. The warden taking out the ground X. 3, 2, 1, and it's going to be a 98% 2-star right there. And Carnage Gaming is going to finish with just about 95.2%, which means Space Station 13-13 comes down to percentage, and they are indeed going to be victorious, and Space Station is going to be moving on here, Itsu.
Yeah, the King Slayer they keep pushing forward. A really, really crazy match, like with ups and downs of both teams. That was such a close one. So I think we should definitely check out the bracket and see what are going to be our next matches and what they are looking like. So we had already Betzinger versus Monster, Monster being victorious, and Space Station just won versus Carnage Gaming. This means the final is set. Monster versus Space Station, the 3rd place match, which we're going to watch next, is going to be Betzinger versus Carnage Gaming.
Yeah, Betzinger and Carnage Gaming gonna still try to fight for 3rd place because every single match is 4 points. So you do not want to let off, because that's gonna play a huge role at the end of the 3 qualifiers to give you a chance to make it into the playoffs. Because remember, only the top 4 teams make it to the playoffs, which we'll have total of 8, so you still have a last chance qualifier to try to compete, but everything is online, plus some prize money as well. But that is this match between Space Station and Carnage Gaming. We're going to see Betzinger and Carnage, the 3rd place match, coming up next, and then the finals after that, which is going to be Space Station and AS Monster. So you guys do not want to go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break. Welcome back. I'm Carbon Finn, joined here with Itsu here in the qualifier number 2. And we are getting ready for the third place match, which is Bazinger. Bazinger coming in against Carnage Gaming. Well, we saw Space Station, AS Monster, coming in with some incredible attacks. They're going to be in the grand finals, but this is the third place match here and some unbelievable attacks. But before we get into some of these Clash Wars to find out who's going to be winning qualifier number 2, we would love to tell you guys that the Clash Masters, you guys should go head over to the Twitter and Instagram, because I know you guys love giveaways, right? Well, they will be for sure running giveaways over the next few weeks. Who knows? We'll be keeping our eye out there, and plus they're going to be releasing all the highlights, the amazing attacks, the 3 stars coming in. So that's definitely a place where you guys don't want to miss. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I definitely know I'm following them for sure, coming in with the amazing attacks. But Itsu, this next match, which is going to be the third place match, has a lot on the line. We'll take a look at the bracket where we currently stand, because we'll be able to see what are the final teams remaining, the teams that kind of started off yesterday, because it's a 2-day competition here, and it's Bazinger taking on Carnage Gaming in the third place match, and then the finals, AS Monster and Space Station, and all these wars have been coming down to these final set of attacks.
Yeah, all of those matches are so close. I don't know what exactly is happening, but I'm enjoying it so much because, like, there's no matches which are decided early or whatsoever, so it's always close until the last attack, the last second, the last troop remaining. So that's really cool to see. And for those 4 teams, obviously, it's not only all about the prize money, but as well about the points which they can collect. So let's take a look at the leaderboards right now, how those points are standing, because they are important, because they are getting you towards those playoffs. Right now, we have Monster and Space Station and MCS all tied up in first place with 18 points, and Greenwalkers right behind that with 15 points from the first qualifier. So you can see how important it is for Monster and Space Station to get even more points to pretty much already guarantee, I don't want to jinx it already, but to pretty much guarantee a top 4 spot, or at least makes it really likely to stay inside this top 4, even with not having the best performance maybe in the last qualifier. It's important to get into those top 4 because those top 4 teams are getting invited to the playoffs, and that's where everyone wants to get. Like, that's the important thing.
Yeah, absolutely. The playoffs is what matters, and Bazinger and Carnage Gaming, you saw, just edge their way into the top 8 there, making it to the third place match. But what are these teams fighting for, you may be asking, if you guys are just joining? Well, there is a $20,000 prize pool and the line for the Clash Masters. Yes, each week, which means this week right now, they're fighting for $1,500 in that grand finals match. But third and fourth right now is going to be playing. They're going to be taking home $350 no matter what in this third, but they're really fighting for points as well. But in the playoffs, when you make it there, you can take home $5,000 coming in first, and also that silver ticket at the end to join with the other silver tickets to try to compete for the Clash of Clans World Championship. So there's a lot on the line. They're fighting for the points, they're fighting for some prize money, and then they're trying to go for that silver ticket. So they are planning hard, they're getting ready, and I cannot wait to see what's going to be coming in this next match.
One interesting question I feel like is, well, first off, there's the fact that the silver ticket is going to get handed to the next possible team if the first seed, for example, already has a golden ticket or already a silver ticket. So it's like getting to the next seed and then the same procedure again. So the question, with so many teams already having a silver ticket in this competition or even a golden ticket, the question is, what do you think? Which seed at the end is going to get the silver ticket? Like, do you think it's already enough to get maybe into the top 5? I remember, like, the ESL Mobile Open, where Tribe was just like, I think they were number 4 at the end and still got the silver ticket. So what do you think? Where, like, which seed is going to be the crucial number to get the silver ticket?
I think, to be honest, you just have to be within the top 5, because we have teams like Queen Walkers, Ultimate Attacks, MCS, and then now Carnage Gaming. All of them either have a golden ticket or a silver ticket. And then we're not even talking about Tampanai Empire, who have a golden ticket, who are also a huge threat to coming in and knocking teams out. But we have the first attack coming in from Fabian. He did come in with a P.E.K.K.A. smash earlier, crushing Alexa's base, but now he's looking to take down Bazinger, starting off with the Grand Warden Walk. And there is the multi-target Inferno a little bit further into the base. And I'm like kind of thinking to myself here, this multi-target Inferno Royal Champion area looks like a perfect place where the Town Hall would actually go, sitting behind those walls. So maybe it's just a bit of adjusted base here. But this Warden can grab some fantastic value.
Yeah, not only the value is awesome, but as well the path in which he's creating. Like, as soon as he's luring over the Warden with his Queen after the cannon up to the defending Eagle, this is looking awesome then pathing-wise with his lockdown to lay down into the core. So for entry and plan-wise, I have to say I really like the adjustment. He even saved the one healer to make sure that he was able to delay that and drop that onto the P.E.K.K.A., which is always nice. And the witches are in at the top side funneling, and there are the logs coming in, rolling through, and hopefully hitting some clan castle troops, because this always looks so funny to watch with them flying around.
Oh yeah, and there is the Headhunter, as you said it, launches it to help push his way through. The log launch is trying to open these walls. Remember, the logs don't go all the way through. I think it is you probably could correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's like 5 structures that they can hit before the log disappears. So it'll keep going pretty far. But the Royal Champion is coming here on the left side. P.E.K.K.A.'s with the Yetis, jumping his way to the Town Hall. Hey, this is a riskier attack, but it's looking like it's paying off here.
Yeah, I feel like it always looks quite risky, but at the same time, as long as you're funneling right, it is so overpowering. Like, take a look at that. Like, yes, the Town Hall was pretty much the last defense, but at the same time, there's 1 minute left. There is no base left at all, and this is looking really, really good. The only threat, obviously, being this Town Hall poison, so you need to be careful with that, because the healers are getting picked off, and without any healing power, this Queen can die, especially she cannot reach that backhand cannon. One healer and the Unicorn staying alive for now. Unicorn, though, going down, and now it's all about those witches and skeletons to save the day. But this one is going to be close.
It is, but we do have a Wizard Tower still standing here. The Queen is going to beat through the wall, so we're going to stay away from the cannon here. She's getting healed up slowly. The Wizard looks to be going down to the Wizard Tower. It's 15 seconds left. Oh my goodness, come on. We got 12, 10, 9. The witches are not going to do anything. They're way too far away, so it comes down to the Queen beating through the wall. 5 of 4. She has to get through these 2 buildings unless they're damaged, but they're not, and it's going to be a time fail. 98% for Carnage Gaming.
This attack looked so good, but maybe the funneling was just a little bit too good, because everything was funneled and forced into the Town Hall at the end, and this Town Hall poison wrecked just everything. So maybe the funnel was a bit too good. I don't know. Either way, I like the plan. It was really, really good attempt, and falling short, only 2 buildings. But we already saw what an impact this might have on those matches. And yet again, the team so far, which is getting the lead first, tends to win the entire match. So let's see if we have Bazinger coming in with an early 3-star to get this lead. And we have the attack with the dragons, with the Dragon Riders. The Hydra is about to get unleashed onto this base from Carnage.
Yep, taking out that Inferno Tower is a great start. We have 2 scatter shots, still pretty far away up on this base, but looking to send this Queen towards this Town Hall. Okay, yes, looking good. The funnel has been set, unless this Queen somehow decides to go some other... You know, my Queen would have probably went over to the Wizard Tower. I don't know why, but she definitely would have. But nice funneling set forward, taking out the cannon, charging her through. Air defense, now she should loop her way in towards the Town Hall from this angle. These pros are just brilliant at the way they know exactly where that Queen's going to go.
Yeah, it's really impressive, like just the pathing and just the funneling, and they know which buildings they have to take down to create exactly the pathing they want to get. But at the same time, it's already 1 minute gone, and we know how important the time is with this just last attack. There's the Hound getting looted over as well. It's flying towards the defending King, but is the other dragons going towards that Hound? So far, they're skipping it. There's a couple of dragons now chasing the Hound, and this one's going to be now a funny chase because the Hound is keep following that King, and the Hound is like getting followed by all of those dragons. But the main force of the dragons are inside the core of the space, and there is a lot of damage for them with the scatter, with the red mines. This means it's all about if they can take care of the back end of this base.
Yeah, oh, he used the invis on the dragon, but down it goes. Unfortunately, it's kind of like a swag invisibility spell. The Raw Champion still has her ability, but I don't think she's going to get much farther past this King. She can grab that Eagle Artillery. That's going to be some great value. And this air defense, though, is going to do a massive amount of work. Down goes the Warden. Down goes the Dragon. So these Lava Pups. Oh, the air expo should go down to the Dragon. Yes, it does. Just barely. RC's ability goes off. But this is looking like a defense. The Dragon should die off. Not going to get to these final defenses. The King takes out the RC, and we got ourselves another defense here in the third place match.
Yeah, and that's actually 88%, which is not the highest percentage. Overall, we have seen mainly fails with quite big percentages over this entirety of the day, but 88% is not too high. And this means we have a 10% lead so far for Carnage going into this. I don't know if that already counts, because typically the leads which we're seeing early on are star-based. So I don't know if this already counts, like on the prediction-wise, which we had with like the team which is getting the first lead is going to win. So let's see if that's going to be the case. But so far we have a really small lead for Bitzinger. For Carnage. But obviously they want to somehow extend this lead further into this match.
Absolutely, and they're looking for those points to be able to add it and eventually maybe try to get more in next week's qualifiers, because all the viewers, you guys at home, you can still register, sign up right now for qualifier number 3 of the Clash Masters. Yes, it's open to anyone. That's the amazing thing about the Clash Masters. Make sure you guys sign up, and make sure you guys are following the Twitter and the Instagram potentially to learn all about the information, what to do. Also, their Discord server, there's so many things, their socials. Don't forget to follow, and plus, they will be doing some giveaways, so keep your eye out for that. This third place match, we have a lot on the line here. Carnage and Bitzinger, they've been doing really well up to this point, but hey, back-to-back fails, it leaves the door open for any team to take advantage. But like you mentioned, we've been seeing so far in today and the qualifiers, the team that has taken that early lead has been taking the war wins as well, even though it's been coming down to the final set of attacks. But that's what we love to see. We love to see these wars coming down to those final attacks, needing to be 3 stars, converting or not. It's still great to watch, but nonetheless, Carnage Gaming is looking to answer with a drag bat, which we haven't actually seen all too much.
No, that's actually right. We have not seen too many of those, but I feel like, do we see the exact same entry on this base already? Not with bat, but just with the dragon opener itself and with the exact same blimp. I feel like that was the case, right? But this air defense behind the town hall is such a big threat to those dragons inside the core, because the air defense can reach those dragons inside the core, but at the same time, the dragons do not really path into that air defense. So that's a really big threat towards the back end. At the same time, this time around, he has some bad spells, so this might be a big game changer. So let's see if we can make that work. There are some more delayed Dragon Riders onto the multi-inferno tower, but none of the dragons are going for that queen, and the queen is staying alive for way too long. Finally, a couple of dragons are going for that queen, but the queen already did a lot of damage.
Yeah, that queen did a massive amount of damage. The Warden ability already went up, but he still has 6 bats to use. And hey, the bats can come from the left side or even straight onto the scatter shot right in the core. There's the tornado trap by the Dragon Rider. Never mind, sends a bat wave over from the bottom side, but the scatter shot, oh, the scatter shot, what? No! The scatter shot got the shot off. Man, that is so, you have to watch out for that. But he drops another freeze as the bats fly right around the scatter. Hey, it has been cleared, but the multi in the middle is going to do a massive amount of work.
Yeah, those dragons just did not get far enough. The attacking queen actually got into the pathing of the defensive clan castle, which means the Hound came out of the clan castle and caused a lot of problems for those dragons. And this means it's another defense. What is going on? We saw 14 stars in the first match. At the third seed, like, I don't know what exactly is going on, but we see a lot of defenses right now. Maybe that's just a speculation, obviously, but with those teams having to play quite a few matches back to back and having to concentrate over quite some time, maybe that's affecting those players. And the first attacks or the first matches are always the matches for them where they have the highest stars. But as soon as it's getting like into the second hour, into the third hour of planning and actually concentrating and trying to execute as good as possible those attacks, the concentration is going down. That's just normal, and this is maybe the reason why we see some defenses right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that leaves me very curious. I'm going to ask you a question because you are a competitive player. You're a pro player. We were playing with Tribe Gaming for the longest time. For now, you've stepped into the caster role. And so my question to you, Itsu, is what is the longest you've ever played sitting in a competitive scene? Was it like 5, 6, 7? How long was it? And then what did you do in order to get yourself through it and keep your kind of your mental mindset on par and not fall short?
I think one of the longest, I don't know how many hours it was, but I guess maybe one of the qualifiers, like one of the ESL qualifiers back then, where we had to play a lot of matches back to back, and we even did some base testing before that, so that was adding up even more. So I guess but at the same time, like when you're in this situation, you're not noticing that your concentration is going down. Like it's more something which I noticed now back as content creator, casting those matches, because this is something which we see in a lot of tournaments or even the pre-qualifiers. The first matches typically are really high score, especially like if it's like those top teams against like the I want to say semi-professional teams. So that's something which is quite interesting, I feel like. But we have the next attack on our hands, and this is going to be another dragon with the Dragon Rider attack. And yet again, we have this one magic Inferno Dragon in the army mix as well. I really want to know the reason. Like, if it's actually just, as you said, if you can take down one of the defending air heroes, is it taking down storages maybe quicker? Is that the reasoning? Either way, I would just love to hear the answer on that. But the King and the Queen actually take down both defending air heroes already. So that's already a lot of things out of the way early.
Yeah, cleared a nice funnel, and look at this. We're taking the base and breaking it down. He has a beautiful funnel that goes straight from the Eagle and straight across in the middle, but he also dropped some lightnings down south at 6 o'clock to... Is that the damage? I mean, we know exactly what building that was, but either way, the dragons are coming down with the Grand Warden, moving into the Eagle. He doesn't have to worry about sweeper since he did use the lightning spells. He could drop a blimp, hey, all the way across. But the problem is, once he gets to that middle multi, the dragons may have a tendency to completely go left and right in 2 different directions. So we have to keep our eye out on when he decides to pop this one ability, protect the dragons as much as possible.
Yeah, there's the heal spell. Oh, not sure if that heal was good place, but now the dragons are pathing into it as well. He has the warden ability, as you just said. There is the warden ability covering all of those loons, and there is the blimp flying across, getting pushed into the tunnel. The tunnel's going down. The NATO's over there. How many black mines are in front of this tunnel? There are like a million black mines. And this obviously means there is less black mines possible to defend against those dragon attacks. And we can see exactly that. A ton of Dragon Riders, a ton of dragons are left alive. And even the Royal Champion now is coming in and just like finishing off the back of the space.
Exactly. You can pop her ability, skips across, takes out the Tesla and the Archer Tower. Brilliant job coming in from Bazanger, taking down Hugo Stiglitz base. Look at that. Has the RC moving down and around, finishing off these buildings down south, and just a few Dragon Riders as well, the RC. And there we go, seeing our first 3-star here in this match for the 3rd place match, trying to get even more points to try to qualify for the playoffs.
Yeah, this means Betzinger is getting an actual lead with this 1 star. But still, this match is incredibly close. Both teams are getting really close attacks overall. The first 3 star, as you just said, and 4 attacks overall. So let's see if this is now going to heat up or if we keep going with this quite low percent hit rate, I would consider. Either way, it's going to be interesting to see how those teams are going to try to get the lead back in their favor and if they can actually do that somehow.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that, and especially the different types of attack strategies, because mainly we're seeing kind of just a handful. Usually it's the Dragon Riders, maybe a little bit of a Lalo, or even the P.E.K.K.A. Smash. But the one attack that I just love to see, haven't seen all too much really ever, is those Hog Riders. Maybe one of these times, maybe if Space Station or AS Monsters there, if you want to bring the Hogs, hey, we're not gonna be mad. We would love to see them, because you know the ground troops is just, it's so hard to use them nowadays because of the giant bomb levels, the spring traps, because especially when you use that Warden ability, you could still lose Hogs, miners, things like that, because spring traps will launch them no matter what. If you're an air tech, you can't lose any troops with that Warden ability, so that's why air is super strong. And we're coming in, hey, all right, Anonymous is like, I heard you, Carbon. We'll bring the ground here with the P.E.K.K.A. Smash. But granted, it is the P.E.K.K.A. Smash, which we've been seeing a lot here today.
That is an interesting setup. This is one of the old Unicorns of Love bases, which did defend against the MCS in one of the pre-qualifiers, and it did go around the world. Like, everyone did copy it. And this is a new version where the tunnel compartment just completely got reworked. So let's see how that's going to turn out. Typically, those diamond-shaped bases, we said this already earlier, are pretty weak to those, P.E.K.K.A. Smash ground-based attacks. So let's see if he can make that against this base, or if the Town Hall rework did work and make this base really hard to attack. The Warden Walk so far is going strong, but at the same time, he needs to worry about the time. We saw already a couple of ground attacks falling short based on time. But there's the Log Launcher, there are the P.E.K.K.A. starting, and they should just overwhelm the base, starting in from this E compartment.
Yeah, with that Log Launcher coming through, these Skellies should go down pretty quickly, opening up the court to the double multi. The King's running his way on the left with the Super Wall Breaker down, wants to remove that left section. Get ready for potentially a Warden ability. Oh, Giant Bomb pops the Warden ability, protect these Super Wiz, because they would have taken a massive amount of damage right there. Out comes the Clan Castle, the Logs. Launching the Headhunters here perfectly. Oh, the one just dodges it, but the Road Champion is coming down as well.
Yeah, it's super messy right now in the core. Like, you have to say, like, you can't really see what is going on. The healers are now getting dragged into a ton of black mines. I feel like, where did those healers go? There's only one healer left at this point, and it's getting targeted by another black mine. No healers left at this point. And we have to jump into the core. The Queen, is she following? Yes, she's jumping into the tunnel compartment as well. There's one P.E.K.K.A. staying alive. And as long as the Destroyer Champion is dodging the tunnel poison, this is looking still good.
It is with Queen ability. The defenses are down. Can pop the RC ability. Anonymous putting the 3-star on the board for Carnage Gaming. Again, oh man, they needed that answer, because we've been seeing quite a bit of 2-stars to start this war off. Anonymous GG. And hey, that's what we're seeing. The meta, the P.E.K.K.A. Smash is super strong, especially with that Log Launcher cutting all the way across and opening up the base. And yeah, ended on the Town Hall, but it took the risk and it paid off for the 3-star.
Yeah, it looked a little bit tricky, I want to say, in that core, with all of those healers gone suddenly, with so many black mines popping up, and that was not an easy task, but he did a really nice move, like jumping everything in, using the Royal Champion quite early to force everything back inside and make sure that those P.E.K.K.A. and Yetis and the Queen and everything going into the tunnel compartment. So nicely done over there, getting in the 3-star, which was so important. It's their first 3-star in this match, so getting that in is a nice thing for them, because they had to get that with Betzinger already having their first 3-star on the board. But now it's up to them getting back their lead with another 3-star, and getting the next couple of stars on the board for them. That would be the optimal way of keep going in this match for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have to see if they can keep that momentum going, because after this match of Carnage Gaming and Bazinga, the next match that we're going to see is going to be Space Station and AS Monster. That's the grand final match, so you do not want to go anywhere. But back to this, Jose is looking to come in with the... Oh, okay, we're seeing another one of these mass clones. So the 3 clone spells with a little bit of the dragons. All right, I'm liking this. I've been using a little bit of this in Legends League. Remember, the key is for that blimp up and cloning those balloons and then pulling as many traps as possible to protect your dragons when you push them into the core.
Yeah, it's going to be the key to get and spread out the clone spells to make sure that you're getting as many traps covered as possible. So far, he's trying to get that eagle out of the way. Town Hall seems to be the next target for his queen then. He's still waiting for that. There is now the queen getting the wall break in there as well to take that out. And if there are no Tesla whatsoever next to this air defense, he should be easily able to take that down. There's the giant to tank for the queen. The queen should easily follow inside the compartment and should be able to take down the Town Hall then. There's the Royal Champion. Quite early Royal Champion ability. He's trying to take down this single Inferno Tower as early as possible. Queen ability is getting used as well. That's an interesting use of the Royal Champion.
Yeah, the RC clearing that single. The queen gets the Town Hall, but look at this. We can easily visualize the funnel that he's set. The left and right side are going to push these dragons straight in. But notice he's got a blimp that he's probably has to drop closer all the way to the right side, because remember, it goes in a straight line to the Town Hall no matter what. Even if the Town Hall is up or destroyed, it will still go straight there. So he has to angle this potentially maybe to pop over that multi in the middle. He pops an early ward ability. He moves the hound a little bit, but no, he switches it up, and he's going to send maybe the blimp from the top, try to get a bunch of value. Hold on, let's see what he's going to do.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for where he's sending in the blimp.
There it is.
There's the blimp now coming in. Where is he going to send those clones? That's the question. Blimp is in. There are the clones.
Oh!
There we go.
Wow. Look at that.
This is so crazy. This is so crazy.
The triple clone absolutely smashed that whole 2, even 3 compartments. Look at the split. And the one Dragon Rider, you have no health, but the clone loons, they're almost dead, but that's going to provide distraction. And the owl, lo and behold, takes down the air defense through the chain. Gorgeous. Coming in with, and he even has another invis to use. You could use it on the king if you want to stop hitting him and then clean up the rest. Jeez.
Yeah, making the hound invisible just to make sure nothing is going over there. Having the swag Valkyrie in store, and this means Bazinga is getting their lead back. And wow, I was like thinking, this is not looking too good. And then just the clone spell coming in, and the entire back end of the space was just gone. And
yeah,
I can't just get over it. How satisfying this looks like. There's one blimp flying in. You think, yeah, this looks pretty good. The blimp could get some value, and then suddenly, boom, there are like a million loons coming in, and base is just gone. This is, I don't know, looks crazy to me every single time again.
Yeah, absolutely. And the beautiful thing, if you think about how much spell space, it's the 3 clones, right? So that's 12, and then you add it in a rage, and we're taking 4. What? That is absolutely insane. We're seeing so much creativity, and now we're seeing a bunch of clone spells, which we haven't seen in forever, to be honest. It's been so long since clone spells have been used. Before, there was like the Electron cloning up the balloons when you send that E-Drag, but nowadays that E-Drag with the spacing doesn't get that same type of value. So the clone spell coming back into use is awesome to see. And now we're seeing Carnage looking to answer, coming in and doing a Queen Charge Lalo, which has been a little bit since we've seen.
Yeah, but Queen Charge Lalo always looks so powerful if there's someone who can actually execute this one. And we have the healers coming in as well. And we have the double layer charge into the scatter. He needs to race soon. The queen is taking a lot of damage, I want to say. So he needs to use that rage, and he had to invest the freeze. Queen should stay alive against the defending queen. Inside that rage should be no problem whatsoever.
I was scared. You knew exactly what was going to happen. I thought the queen was going to die. I was like, oh, no. You're like, no, Carbon. Why are you sweating? This queen easily will survive. I was like, you're making me look silly. I'm freaking out over here. Oh, my goodness. You're the pro queen charger.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I was in so many situations like this in Legends, so it looked all right. But the queen right now is going for a wall, which is definitely not planned. She's going for a wall where she can reach that single, but not too much more. If she's going for a wrong wall right after, this might be really bad news for him. And the Lalo already started, so there's not a lot of things which he can do at this point. He has only one rage left. No freeze left at this point.
Don't slam her though.
Oh, the queen can reach the town hall.
Yeah, look at that. The queen grabs the town hall. Please come on. Oh. All right. Now we can use
this time around. I was afraid. I have to admit.
Oh, he's gonna grab it with the Stone Slammer. The Raw champion was already used quite a bit, I believe, right early. But let's see, he's moving his way through these. Wait a second. The balloons. I'm not gonna lie, but the balloons. Hey, balloons, where'd you go? They're all gone. The defending RC is still alive. The Warden's gone, and this push just kind of faded, and everything's gone.
That was I don't know, like everything pathed around that eagle and nothing really went where it was supposed to go. With that queen not really going for the correct wall either, it looked really tricky for him to get through all of this, and this is going to be another defense for Betzinger. Betzinger already having the lead, and Carnage really struggles against those bases. Wow, I'm a bit surprised. Carnage did amazing so far. And they really seem to struggle against the bases of Betzinger.
Yeah, it's looking like a really good defenses here for Betzinger. But like you mentioned earlier, they've been doing quite a bit of wars recently, right? So you never know if the fatigue could be playing a role coming in and messing with their planning and maybe the communication and just maybe just not having that right plan for the base and just the small things that come into play. And the Queen Charge Lalo, unfortunately, wasn't able to get it done on that base, which now Betzinger is trying to now take advantage of that. This is the third place match that we have here, and we have one more war. Space Station versus AS Monster still to come right after this match. So that is going to be an exciting one, but still, this has got so much more attacks to come in. Maybe some more dragons, dragon riders, queen charges. You know, the one I want to see, which we may not get to see another one, which we've only seen kind of the ones for each of the wars, is that dragon clone spell, and see if they can get the crazy value again. But still, here we go. The next attack is underway. And man, what are we going to see next, Itsu? Another dragon attack? No, it's going to be another queen charge Lalo, but notice that wall wrecker is being used unless he switches it.
Yeah, that's interesting. He opened up the wall. He wants to walk, like, just take down the wizard tower in the second row, it seems like. And then let the queen walk out again. Maybe then towards the tower, but that's a pretty long charge. Like, this takes some time, and I don't know if he has the time to make that work, but I'm looking forward to see if he can somehow pull this off. This is going to be a long queen charge. 30 seconds already gone, and with the next funnel, this is looking pretty good. Where is he going to try to break into? The rage is needed soon, and there is that rage to keep that queen alive. There's the next wall break. Is he going to send the king inside over there?
Yeah.
Wow, is he going to... Wait. I'm just confused right now, I have to admit. Is he going to use the wall wrecker to get towards the town hall into the core, in between of like 3 Inferno Towers, or what exactly is the plan right now?
Well, I mean, the king can beat through the wall. You think he's going to make his way on the outside because that's the closest building there once he goes to the wizard tower? This queen is down. Unless he switches it up, has another 4 freezes. Got to keep our eye on this. King, where are you going? Yes, the king does decide to go for that wall there. And that's the last rage spell for this queen. So let's keep our eye on. Sends now the Royal Champ. He is. He's sending the wall wrecker straight across. All right. Here we go. The Lalo is coming down. Good luck. Can he make his way all the way to the town hall? Let's see.
Why? Like, I don't.
Why?
I'm just completely confused because if the Royal Champ is not going down, there's a lot of damage, and there's now the NATO. Why not just from 10 o'clock or like 11 o'clock or something? Either way, the Lalo just started. I'm just way too confused at this point. The healers are getting picked off by the multi in the core. The vulnerability is in there as well, but the Tesla farm is being super annoying right now. Those dudes cannot make it to the scatter. Finally, the scatter is falling and the ram is arriving at that town hall, being able to take that down.
Hey.
Yeah, finally.
Better late than never, right? He's making his way there. The town hall is going to go down. He made the Wizard Tower invisible, but he's going to take out the single. The Queen is going to go down, but she has her ability, and Leon is going to get the 3. GG.
Wow.
Well, Itsu, did Leon answer your question of why he did that? Because it is the 3-star. That's why.
I mean, it was a really good plan, but I feel like still like behind the king, the ram from behind the king or something. I can understand why he's using the ram, because the blimps are pretty often baited with like black mines. So I can understand fully the ram, but at the same time, like the angle was a big surprise to me. Like that was the only thing. But either way, a 3-star. So hats off to him for the amazing plan, getting the next 3-star on the score for Betzinger. And right now it's looking really out of hands pretty much for Carnage. It's not easy to come back from this deficit, but let's see if they can somehow make that work, make the Miracle 1 work. Or is this maybe the first match which might be a little bit more one-sided than what we are used to see so far in this competition?
Yeah, and it's the one thing I'm gonna need from you now is, can you please make an emote that says why? Because I know I would use that everywhere. Just ask you the question, why? Why is the bro using this, doing that? Hey, they've got the ideas, and they are coming in with the 3 stars. And let's see, Hugo coming in with a Zap Lalo with the 2 Ice Hounds as well. Blimping his way in to help take down the multi, set up a little bit of a funnel, maybe then sent his heroes. But the nice thing is he pulled out that CC, but that Ground Expo is still up. So that may be a little bit annoying here.
Yeah, and we have now the Owl with that Queen together. Wait a second. Did he forget to switch his heroes? I think he had that with the P.E.K.K.A smash from the last attack, but like, I mean, I love creative attacks, like don't get me wrong, but it makes no sense to have the Owl with the Queen on the Lalo attack. Like, it's so cool to have the Owl taking down like air skeletons and things like that. But with the Unicorn, you even trigger like ground skeletons, so it makes double and triple and quadruple no sense to use that pet combination. So yeah, it's I guess he just forgot about switching them. So let's see if he can still make that work with the Owl together and get that Town Hall down.
Yeah, there was actually a good spot that we were seeing. Maxi was saying, you know, wait, why didn't he use the Earthquake onto that Ground Expo since it was damaged? Could have potentially taken that down. And look at how much health it... Oh, that's why.
That's why he took the Owl. Okay, understood.
That's why he took the Owl. Okay, now we know why he did it. GG, okay, Hugo, GG. Now the Royal Champion coming into the multi, pops her ability, gonna take it down. Now the Ice Hound's gonna cut across, going over this scatter shot, but the King is there, and he's gonna move his way across. Get ready for a couple Ice Hounds that will protect this whole area. There's the freeze. Headhunters coming in, looking to move his way all the way across towards that Eagle Artillery.
Yeah, the first couple of red mines are hitting those loons. We have the Unicorn following that Warden, getting targeted by the ground Warden ground expo over there. Loons are having a quite big split. There's there's the Warden ability. Warden is tanking every single red mine. How is that? What is going on? And the Loon Parade is just finishing things up. Only time might be an issue at the top left, like on the top side. We have quite a few storages still left, but this is still looking good.
Look at that. Has the Headhunter in the core cleaning up, drops another minion up top. Could drop an Archer up there. 20 seconds left. It's going to be about time. taking it through. There is the haste bucket that could push this balloon a little bit faster. Never mind, the haste has gone away, but these handful of minions looking to take down the storage. Come on, he's got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, come on, minions. 1, and no, it's gonna be a 99% 2-star for Hugo Stiglitz, which is gonna put them to an 11-11 war. But Bazinger have one more attack to do.
Yeah, they have one more attack to go, and it's looking really good for them right now. Hugo did not get this 3-star. It was an awesome attack, like you have to say. It was a really, really strong attack, especially considering that the pads were not placed optimal due to the last attack which he had. Still, it was really, really strong execution-wise. 1%, one building was missing to get that 3-star on the board for Carnage. But now it's back to Bazinger, and they so far had performed pretty good in this match and getting those 3-stars on the board. So let's see if they can do it yet again on the last attack to get this win over Carnage and get the obviously better prize money and more points on the leaderboards, which is going to be later on really important towards the playoffs of this competition.
Yep. Absolutely. They're looking to... All he needs is technically percentage, but if he gets the percentage, means he will get a 1-star because he needs at least above that 50. But all right, 1-star, and it's a GG from Hammer Time. I mean, I feel like that for sure is guaranteed here. But granted, I am the one saying it, so I do have the OP caster jinx, so I don't want to say too much stuff here for Hammer Time. Coming in with the king and queen off to the left, and you can just send the dragon straight into the eagle, blimp the town hall, and call it a win right there. King's going in, one is down, gonna get his value and hanging on to this royal champion.
Yeah, and there are a lot of black mines already in the beginning, getting taken down by those loons. They're tanking perfectly. There's now the blimp having to fly across the entirety of the base. The black mine is connecting actually to the dragon, which is nice for the defender. There's the blimp flying across. There's the freeze. Ooh. There's the rage for that town hall. Being able to take down the town hall. Is he able to take down the single inventory as well? That would be huge. There's another black mine traveling across, hitting that dragon rider. But it feels like already the damage had been done because, I mean, there's so much stuff behind the town hall, and there's now the freeze keeping those dragons safe. The Royal Champs do with her ability, and one freeze left. Corbin, I think Hammer Time has done it.
Yeah, I do. Oh, he does pull out the Lava Hound, unfortunately. RSC's ability will go off, take out these builders, damage that Air Expo. The Dragon Rider is actually going to be clutch there, taking that down, but he got a minute and 20 seconds. And this is going to be GG, using the freeze onto it. The Dragon Rider coming across, has an E-Dragon left. The Queen's ability is going to be forced. There's the tornado. Wait, the Queen is barely hanging on here. The Hound pops the puffs, but with a minute left, it should be enough here. Just have to get through that King. But Bazinger are looking to put up a 14-star performance in this war. Yeah,
really, really strong performance by them. And in addition to that, holding back Carnage to 11 stars, which is quite an accomplishment in itself, I feel like, because Carnage Gaming were really on a rampage over the last couple of matches, and they were getting pretty good results. It's 35 seconds left. The Dragon Rider should fly across, get that gold storage out of the way, and this means it's 3 stars for Bazinger. 14 stars, a really good percentage overall as well, is giving them the victory over Carnage. And this means we have, as a next match, the finals in between of Space Station and AS Monster, which is going to be crazy. And I'm super excited for that one.
Oh, I am too. GG right there. Bazinger putting up a war, winning 14-11. A very convincing result right there. Let's take a look now at the bracket and where we are currently standing, especially with now the grand final. The last match that we have here today is going to be Space Station and AS Monster. Bazinger is taking that third place prize right there. And that's going to give him a little bit more points in the and kind of the leaderboard as well. But AS Monster Space Station, man, we've got ourselves a war. I want you to think about who you think is going to win this match, and everyone in chat as well. And once we come back, I'll get your input of who you think is going to win and why. But with that, we're going to be getting ready. We're going to take a little bit of a short, quick break, and we be back for the Space Station versus AS Monster Grand Final. Welcome back. It is now time to watch the grand final match between Space Station and AS Monster. I'm Carbon Finn, joined here with Itzu. We cannot wait to see what is going to happen here in the second qualifiers for the Clash Masters. But first, let's take a look at the bracket, see the teams and how these two teams got to this position. We saw Space Station taken down GKKOG. Then they took down Carnage Gaming, and now they're in the finals. With AS Monster taking down HT Family yesterday, then Bazinger, and now they're trying to knock out Space Station. Itzu, we've got ourselves a big match. And I asked you before the break who you thought was going to take this one. And what are you thinking so far?
I think it's going to be a tough call because I think AS Monster overall might be, I don't know, the stronger team maybe, but at the same time, it's Giant Slayer Space Station, right? Like they have so far taken down every single team which has looked good in the competition. Yeah. So it's hard to bet against them, but I still go with the Monster, I believe. I think it's going to be a close one, but I think just the power of Monster and offense might be the game changer in this one.
Okay, absolutely. Well, that's gonna be. I think I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I'm gonna think Monster's gonna potentially be favored maybe a little bit, but Space Station, they're strong. They know what they're doing. They can upset anyone. And I mean, is it really an upset when Space Station's here? They are one of the top teams in the world. But with that, these teams are fighting to try to win first place. And what is first place? Well, let's take a look at the leaderboard, right? And where these teams currently stand. Well, AS Monster and Space Station and MCES are all tied at 18 points. But no matter what, either one of these will bump above the 18. And they are looking for more points. And remember, you have to be in the top 4 in order to qualify for the playoffs. And these teams are not only competing for the spots that make it not only first, but also that silver ticket. But we're not holding back. We're jumping straight into the action, and Fluxy is starting off with the first attack. It's going to be a Queen charge Lalo. Fluxy actually attacked almost toward like second to last in the previous match, but now he's switching it up and he's going first.
Yeah, it's surprising, I want to say the least. Like typically always we have Monster going with those air attacks first. But this time around it's going to be a different setup. So let's see how that goes. I'm kind of afraid, to be honest, because well, I might have attacked already this base in the Clan War Leagues, and yeah, the Queen pathing around this tower compartment is quite strange. So yeah, he has to adapt on the fly on this one. So let's see what he's coming up. He has the War Wrecker with him, most likely for that Town Hall. But where is he going to break in? He did not break into that compartment, which might be a big mistake, because this means this Expo is out of reach for his Queen for a long time. But there's the next wall break, and this wall break is giving him access to a lot of different things. He needs to raid soon to get that defending Queen, but at the same time needs to be careful with that Town Hall as that's activated.
Oh, no! Oh,
that was unnecessary.
He did pull 2 Seeking Air Mines, but that freeze was a little too late. We've got Goblins. We got Sneaky Gobs coming out. Town Hall, he needs to use that freeze to keep these healers from going down too low. Poison down. Town Hall's been secured, but this Raw Champion is now trying to make her way off to the right. Eagle has been taken out. Rages up that Queen because now she doesn't have the ability as well. So you have to keep your eye on keeping that Queen alive at all costs.
Yeah, and there is the Lalo starting from the right side. The Queen so far is getting kept alive. The Royal Champion is in the mix as well. There are a lot of troops now coming in. The first shot of the scatter shot is hitting those loons. When is the Warden ability coming? The Warden got pushed away. It's now following. No. The Warden ability is in, but it did not caught too many loons. But the Queen, can she stay alive? There is only 1 freeze left in this army composition. The Rage is doing a great job of pushing everything through. Can he still make this just brute force through the space? Skettershot on the back end is doing a devastating job on those dunes. There is the freeze yet again. But he's only freezing that Skettershot. That freeze could have been on that cannon as well. The Warden is taking down the defenses, but is that enough, Corbin?
No, I mean, that freeze was not in the right place because, hey, he could have frozen the Archer Tower like the cannon, like you mentioned. At the same time, Queen's going for the wall. Only 9 seconds left. This is looking like another defense. This is the base that held first space station to get to this point right here. And Marno, GG on the defensive side, but Fluxy's Queen, like you said, probably walked the wrong way, so he had to adapt on the fly. Very nice try, and hey, that opens the door now for Space Station.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, so far we still have the trend going that the team which is getting the lead early is going to continue going with that lead in the match. So let's see if Space Station can do exactly that and get that lead really early on against Monster, which, like, they so far have crushed the competition for sure. Like, the offensive power of them was truly impressive. And we have now Space Station trying to keep up with that, already with the big first defense. But obviously you have to get this offense in as well on your own side, getting into 3 stars. Otherwise the defense is not worth anything. So looking forward to see who is going in first. If it's going to be Agent again, yes, there we go. With some dragons and dragon riders, he is going to take on this base of Flexi.
Yeah, Agent wants to use these 7 lightning spells. You can take out the enemy queen, and he's got 1 earthquake. So yeah, looks like to take out the enemy queen. And oh, the builder, yes, okay. And the earthquake is enough, because you have to be worried about the builder repairing the defense, because yes, it's happened many times to me, especially on a multi-target Inferno, where the builder repaired it too much and I was too late to take it down and it ruined my attack. But no, Agent doesn't let that happen. And wait a sec, is the king supposed to be going into here?
I feel like the king is, but at the same time it looked so close. To me, I thought the king would go towards the lab, but instead it did not. And we have now the dragon stat starting from the top left. The king ability is getting used. Is it going to get into the range of the clan castle? It seems like it's not the case so far. With the king maybe breaking through a wall, it might be the case, and that is obviously something which he's not looking forward to have that happening, especially if there might be a hound in there. And there's this blimp coming towards the town, and this blimp needs to connect. Otherwise, he has a huge problem on his hands.
Oh, as you say that, there's the tornado traps. No, there's 2 sinking airmines. Watch out, blimp. Oh, no. Oh, it survived, though. Through the warden ability, beautiful. Town Hall's gonna go down. But this is kind of giving me a idea that, like, once the update, or the kind of the balance change affects, the sinking airmines going faster. If your warden ability is being protected, that means that the sinking airmines will hit the blimp and stay protected. I mean, that kind of gives you a better chance for that blimp making it, to be honest, if you use a proper warden ability.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, that was a base building mistake then. On the other hand, like, I think you should try to place your black mines outside of the range of the tornado then. And the tornado is just there to stall time and just make sure the warden ability is running out. And then we have the 2 black mines later on connecting. But this one is a huge overkill. I think he triggered like 5 black mines or something inside this warden ability. So a really nice job from him timing that warden ability perfectly. And yeah, that's a crushing overkill to start with. And we have Space Station taking the lead early on in this matchup. And well, that base, yeah, at least it needs some adjustments on the traps, I want to say the least.
Well, you can definitely tell Fluxy that right away. Hey, Fluxy, you're gonna have to change your traps, indeed, very, very soon. But hey, that's some really good insight. If you have the tornado trap, don't really put the sinking air mines in the tornado trap, just outside of it, especially if you think they're gonna come in from the opposite side of the town hall, so it could spin it. Take time, especially with the Grand Warden ability, and then the sinking air mines will hit the blimp just before reaching maybe that town hall. Brilliant idea, great insight, especially Itsu knows his stuff. So I mean, everyone else that is watching, make sure you guys are following Itsu. Make sure you guys ask him questions, because he knows all these things that, hey, I pick Itsu's brain and learn so much. So I really do appreciate it. But man, Space Station, answer it, coming in with an overwhelming 3-star. AS Monster, what you gotta do is you're gonna have to answer. And if you don't, Space Station is looking really good.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, even if Monsters go into 3-star, Space Station still looks great. Like, they started with that lead early on, getting the pressure. And to be honest, I don't think that Monster was in this situation just yet. So this is something new for them. Typically, they always are in the lead early on. And this now is something different. There is the blimp towards the town hall. Is it going to reach it? And yes, it is. He's opening it early enough. The Multimortar, though, is shooting. Another shot.
Ow.
Is this tower going down? The sneaky goblins are there, and it's going down.
GG. Now sending the Super Minions archers across to the left side of the base. We have a sneaky goblin up top. The archers did split off a little bit, but uses the king. Remember, that yak is OP. The splash damage from it does so much damage. And now has the Grand Warden, the balloons, the dragons, everything coming down with the early Warden ability, the double rage, pushing his way in towards the core of this base. Remember, the tunnel is down, so he doesn't have to worry about that. It's already secured the 1-star. Royal Champion needs to be deployed, seeking air mines, hitting some of the balloons, which is for tanking these dragons. Still got the Royal Champion and the hero abilities to use.
Yeah, yes. All of them pretty much still left except the Warden, but at the same time there's a lot of things still left as well, like just this Testa farm surrounding the multi-inferno tower and the Queen, protecting them. He needs to invest so many freezes to keep those dragons alive and keep going with those freezes. Says the Royal Champion to place, though that's now coming in, getting placed into the rage, but is this already too late? The Second Open Tower, though, is going down. The rage is now getting used from that Royal Champion. Queen ability barely pulls off, and this is still looking somehow doable.
Yeah, RC's got her ability with 1 freeze left, and GG to NY Dragon. Skips across, gets it done, and just like that, the base seemed like it was holding, and then the base is gone in a flash. Brilliant job. That's the answer that AS Monster needed. Dragon, gorgeous. And of course, Dragon coming in with dragons. He knows what he's doing. He's a pro, crushing the base nonetheless. So now, Space Station gonna have to answer. Are we gonna see a crazy Ryan attack? We're gonna see a Nick attack. We're gonna have to keep our eye on because both of them are gonna be insane nonetheless. Marno, Lexnos, still Space Station, super strong.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, so far in this competition, I have to say I did not stream Space Station too much in other competitions, but so far in this one, Crazy Ryan was pretty much always the second attacker, I believe. So looking forward to see some crazy Queen charges coming up next, hopefully from Space Station, and seeing some Lalo smashing some bases. Let's see if we can do that again, maybe with some lockdown interaction. And seeing some flying clan castles, defending troops, trying to do something, but having no chance because there's some logs rolling their way. It's going to be interesting.
It is. I guess I always have these questions that just pop in my head for you, Itsu. Is with that update of the Seeking Airmine change, is there something that you're going to be doing to your bases to try to take advantage of the faster Seeking Airmines? By maybe putting them a little closer to your town hall or in a different location?
I don't think I'm going to change too much, to be honest. Like, I have this pretty specific setup right now, which I feel like works pretty good. I feel like the most important buildings right now to defend this air spam are first air defenses, and second of all, expos. And even with ground expos, you're pretty much fine, to be honest. But they have to be really far on the outside, on opposite sides, always most likely like a duo setup. Because this means if you're entering one of the sides, there's always going to be 2 back-end ground expos, which are going to make the life of the Royal Champion or like over the heroes really miserable. And then stack just the core with black mines just to make sure the air troops are not going to survive. This is like what I'm doing right now, and I don't think I'm going to change that. But hey, let's see. We have the next attack coming in with dragons and dragon riders from Gareticus this time around, though. Wait a second, he was not on the roster before, right?
He wasn't, but you have up to, I believe, 7 that you could put in. So you have a roster spots that you can have players come in, and so you don't have to use all 5 for every single one of the wars. So we have Queen charging her way in towards this Eagle Artillery, taking out the Queen, taking out this King. The Skelly's providing a great distraction, and he wants to get all his value. Wait, this queen can step up and grab 1, 2 air defenses. Some very nice value so far. As long as the queen, oh, I don't want to say now, beats through a wall before going for the top side.
Yeah, but I mean, the queen is still looking good. Having her ability left as well. The king is going for that one wall, which is giving that queen even more power, more egg. Yep. Is she going for that wall after that? That might be even better for him, because now the queen has access towards the Inferno Tower and the Expo, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And now the queen's ability goes off, and yes, she does grab the multi. So finally, the queen does something that is smart. Oh, there's a tornado trap. Spinning the blimp around. He's gonna have to freeze up that town hall. He does just that. Royal Champion still has to be deployed. Rage is down. No more tornado trap. Doesn't have to worry about it. Red air bombs into the core. Town hall has been taken care of. And the balloons going down fast. Has a Dragon Riders hopefully a dodge in the Town Hall poison, but he's using the Royal Champion on the left, which is going to force these Dragon Riders straight in towards the poison. They go straight there, but he uses the freeze to try to keep him alive.
Yeah, and he needs to make sure that his own Royal Champion is quickly going towards that defending Royal Champion, because this defending Royal Champion could deal a lot of damage towards his troops, but the Dragon Riders are dying slowly out anyways, making this one Dragon Rider invisible. An interesting choice. There's the scatter shot, starts shooting. The defending Royal Champion is over there as well. Now it's Royal Champion versus Royal Champion. The Royal Champion is winning, and now the back end scatter. Can he make this?
No way. Down it goes. Archer Tower. The Dragon Rider goes. The Wizard Tower goes down. 50 seconds. No, it's sinking. Oh. Oh no. It was looking so good, Graticus! Oh, the sinking air mine. Moon, why did you put a sinking air mine on the outside of the base? Well, that's why. He knew. He knew a Dragon Rider was gonna be right there with 25 seconds left. Oh, how unfortunate for Graticus if the sinking air mine wasn't there. This is a 3-star.
Yeah, without that black mine, for sure, it would have been that 3-star, but this one time around is going to be a time problem. At the same time, though, I felt like I had so many times now in one sentence that I can't even stop anymore. But this time, it's still going to be a lead for Monster, because... Oh, wait, otherwise, it's going to be still a lead for Space Station, sorry. Percentage-wise, if I'm correct on that one. So it's still going to be tricky to come back because Fluxy in the beginning had not the best percentage. It was a good save after the queen was going the wrong way, but still did not have the advantage overall. So still a lead for Space Stations. They can still pressure that, but it's getting closer and closer again, and both teams need to concentrate and get those 3-stars in.
Yeah, they're gonna have to answer with the 98% to 95.5. Space Station have just a little bit of an advantage. And now we're seeing another ground attack coming in from late of AS Monster with the P.E.K.K.A. Smash. Wants to start off with that Grand Warden. Probably wants that multi-target Inferno. And the Owl is actually pretty nice chaining there, but the Builder is repairing it, taking its time. So this Warden needs to get through this area, and okay, never mind. You know, the Warden just doesn't want to walk straight into the multi just yet. Gonna probably have to... Nope. Wants to target Elixir Drill. Yeah, might have to rage this Warden up because time could be an issue. Or not.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if you actually need those 3 rages. Like, he might just wants to... I mean, at this point, it's too late to rage it, but like... I don't know if that was the right choice. Let's see. It's 2 minutes left overall. The Warden charge took overall like 1 minute, so it's not too bad, to be honest. The Loons are directly flying in front of those healers, which is great. And now everything is getting sent into that Eagle. There's the jump towards that Town Hall. The Warden ability is covering pretty much everything. And the Siege Barracks is on the outside, and with those Wizards, it should force everything back inside. Those Loons are doing a perfect job. Take a look at those Black Mines. All of them are getting triggered. Question now is, can those healers keep those P.E.K.K.A. now alive? And what is that? Freeze off that Ice Golem. That is just beautiful. Wow. Making sure this defending Queen has no chance whatsoever. The only problem now which he has is that scatter shot on the right side.
Oh. Yeah, that scatter shot doing a massive amount of work. The World Champions dropped right in front of the Tesla farm. Crazy up the Queen, or crazy up the single and the Town Hall, so the Queen can step up for it. No, 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 Queen, she's not going for it. She's going to step away from the Town Hall. Queen, no! What are you doing? He still has the King ability. Queen, RC burned her ability. He has one freeze. Oh, hang on here. He does beat through the wall, moving his way through. He has one freeze left, and it's going to come down to the King and the Pekkas, making its way to the Town Hall. Oh, boy.
Are you kidding? Okay, this is a little bit scary, I want to say right now. Everything is pushing through. The witches on the outside doing great.
No.
Where are those Pekka going?
Lex's tornado trap. The Town Hall is going to stay. The King's going down. He's going down fast. 28 seconds. And the King goes down. It's going to be a 1-star. The Pekkas did not go for the Town Hall.
No.
And the tornado trap saves the day for Lex. And we talked about it before. This Pekka Smash can be super strong, but the problem is entering from the opposite side of the Town Hall with a Siege Barracks can lead to this exact result. A 1-star. Because you're trying to end on a Town Hall, you take that risk, and it doesn't pay off there. So Space Station is in a healthy lead right now, and they are loving it.
Yeah, they're looking really, really good. It was quite some risk. I don't know. I feel like, yes, the pathing looked good in first place, but at the same time, like, this core compartment, like, behind the water war compartment of the Inferno Tower, there was a lot of buildings behind, which the Pekka could reach. So having the Pekka getting distracted so far away from the jump spell is typically always leading into those distraction things. And we all know that people like that, the troops in Clash of Clans do not like jump spells too much. So yeah, the Pekka just completely ignored those, went into the opposite direction. And yeah, this now is going to be a tricky situation to come back from, especially considering how close this was before the attack. This time around, though, this match, a 3-star at Space Station is pretty much through it.
Yeah, a 3-star for Space Station, and they are looking fantastic. Because right now, what is it? It's going to be 6 to AS Monster and 5 to Space Station, with Space Station having the 1 less attack. And that's huge. And now we've got Nick. Oh! Nick with the Mass Inferno Dragons. Okay, 6 skeleton spells. We have that blimp. What kind of value sending the Queen up? No, wait. What do we have up top? We have an Inferno Dragon up top at 12. The rest of them are coming down. The Royal Champion or the Queen behind the King. And hey, there's the Tesla farm by the Eagle Artillery, which can be fantastic value taking that out with the heroes.
Yeah, that Tesla farm can be some great value, but at the same time, I mean, you have to take it out first. Like, it's quite some powerful defenses if you can stack them up together. At the same time, without those Inferno Dragons, it should be possible to take it down. The blimp, though, is flying across. No NATO just... Oh, wait a second. I just want to say no NATO just yet. There, the Black Mines coming up. They're chasing the blimp.
Oh, no.
And this blimp is now opening.
Balloons don't split. You got the Royal Champ. Okay, he's going to send the RC and the balloons. Oh, they don't take it down, but he's got Dragon Rider that can take the Town Hall down, and it does not.
Wait.
Pops the ability now,
okay.
Finally. The RC clutches it. But, oh, man, the Town Hall. He wanted it to go down. He wanted to save this RC ability. But that Queen stays alive, and he's got the Queen ability. The RC's moving her way through, and this is looking good. Still to get it for Nick.
Yeah, this is still looking good. It was looking like a 1-star first, and then Nick is like turning it around like nothing into it. Wait a second, is that a 3-star? The Beta Huts are doing more damage than they expected. Now it's 2 Beta Huts shooting. With that Queen, though, it should be possible. Yeah, okay, with their ability, that should be no problem whatsoever. It's only getting delayed just a little bit. And that's the next 3-star. We were talking about this. A 3-star means there's going to be a 2-star advantage going into the next attack. So this is not easy to come back from. So one more 3-star overall for Space Station. And yeah, I don't know how Monster should do that. I mean, as far as I know, there are no possible 4-stars in the game. So it's not easy to come back from this deficit.
Wait, you're telling me there's no 4-stars in this game? I've been going for the 4-stars all the time, and it just doesn't work. I result with just the 1. But unfortunate there for AS Monster. Can't hold against Space Station, who are looking super strong. Not only on the offensive side of the game, but also on the defensive. Lex's base holds that 1-star before, and so we're still seeing a handful more attacks. But look at that, 8-6 with both 3 attacks used. 98.7% average distraction there for Space Station, and they are looking healthy, and they are looking to come away. If they win this war, they are not only going to be #1 in the leaderboards, but they're also going to win $1,500 for first place. That is a nice chunk and change for winning the #2 qualifiers here.
Yeah, that's right for sure. Like getting the money and the points on the leaderboard, securing that first seed after the second qualifier overall. That's a nice thing to have. But at the same time, I know you like to call it early, but it's not over yet. Okay,
it's not over.
It's not over yet. Everything can still happen. It's unlikely, but hey, still there's the possibility. We have seen players might sleep through an attack, might not. There are just rumors going around. But
okay. He's throwing it out there. Well, let's see. What can Moon do? Hey, it wasn't me, okay? Well, I didn't do it. Either way, sending the blimp into the town hall and taking that town hall down. Ooh, wait, sneaky goblins. And yes, the town hall has been secured. Oh, some giant bombs as well, luring the triple super minions over to the corner at 3 o'clock. He has the 10 mass inferno dragons. He's going to take his time because remember, these mass inferno dragons it's a very quick attack. So you have a little bit of room to wiggle with the end, or kind of the start of the attack, to take your time to set that funnel up.
Yeah, and he's doing that really nicely, making sure those skeleton spirits are actually protecting his queen. The super minions are taking down the vulnerability really early on, and there's the king down as well. I was waiting for the king to get placed, but he just delayed it quite a bit, and the Sing Inferno Tower is on those Dragon Riders at the bottom side. Is he going to use the freeze? No, he's letting that Dragon Rider go down, saving those freezes for the back, and maybe defending king is going down as well. Like those Inferno Dragons, I always want to call them Inferno Tower Dragons, but those Inferno Dragons are so deadly towards those defending heroes, and we just saw that on the defending king. It just got melted, but there are not too many of them left. Can the defending Royal Champion go down? There's yet again another Inferno Dragon on that Royal Champion, and it goes down, and now it's only back to the heroes, maybe saving this attack.
Yeah, he's still got the king ability, Royal Champion ability, and you know, why don't you add it as well with that queen? He's got a freeze, and this is looking good for Moon, pushing his way through. RC's ability will go. Queen, what are you going for? Okay, you're going to walk around here. There's the freeze. Those barbarians beat through the wall, and hey, that's going to help out the queen a little bit, so that is a very nice thing. And this is going to be a 3. RC's ability goes off, and the clean up comes through. GG. Nick's base is going down to AS Monster. Hey, if anything, they need the 3 stars to come in. But Space Station, hey, as long as they don't get any 1 stars or not attack, they're looking very healthy here. But AS Monster, GG with the triple.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, Space Station is looking really, really good right now. They have to pretty much only secure a couple of 2 stars with good percentages to get this win. But I mean, we know them. They always go for those 3 stars all in and get them most of the time as well. So Space Station up next, and they can make this match, like they can decide this match already. This would be one of the first matches which are getting decided pretty early on. Like, I mean, so far, nearly every match which we had it's close until the last attack, last second of the match. So it might be one of those first matches, and it might happen in the finals of the Clash Masters qualifier #2. So Space Station up next soon. And I'm waiting for the attack and waiting for the attack strategy, which is going to come up.
Yeah, we're going to have to see because Space Station, are they going to go for the safer attack or are they going to come in with the risky, send a log launcher across the town hall, charge in? Because you don't want to begin those 1-stars because they know what's on the line. So much points, prize money, and pride a little because they want to take that first place, just like Queen Walkers did last week, who didn't even qualify for the second qualifiers here because they got eliminated before they could make it in. So even though it's impressive, Space Station, they made it last week and they made it back this week. So very good job to them. But we're jumping into the next attack right now with Space Station. We got Marnal coming in with his classic Zap Lalo.
Yeah, and the entire core already had been taken down, which is some great value right there. We have the Loon at the top side, funneling the cannon, and then later on getting a sneaky golden funnel over there. He has 2 wall breakers with him. There's the first wall break. King is getting sent into the scatter compartment. Not sure to be honest, because of the clan castle. Like, I don't know if he actually gets the scatter with that king, but there's the Royal Champion in there as well. So a lot of commitment already early on to take that out, and he is really heavily gambling on that damaged clan castle right there, and it is no hound in there, which means it's a lot of power towards his Royal Champion and his king, and they can take down the entire compartment right there.
Ooh, yeah, the Queen is going to grab the Town Hall, secures that, going to come in with the Lalo. And that King, look at this, the core's gone. The King cleared that. And now he can help send the Stone Slammer at the top and take out the Eagle Artillery relatively early. And the Raw Champion is clearing all this value. What a beautiful path being set up around this base from Arno.
Yeah, the Slammer is getting great value. And, I mean... how is that Royal Champion still alive? What is going on over there? There is the Tesla farm. Everything is getting sent right into it. And that value was just impressive. Double black mines and a couple of red bombs already out of the picture as well. Warden ability not even used it yet. That attack is looking beautiful from Morino.
Yeah, with the back end Hound now coming into that the air defense, he can push his way through. He can pop the Warden ability to protect the Hound actually if he wants. Or no, the single target Inferno will end up popping. He pops the ability, which also protects that Stone Slammer, which hasn't even popped yet. And this attack is crushed. Look at this. This base is going down. He's got 55 seconds left. I mean, he's got more balloons now than he started with because they came out of the clan castle. GG to Marnal. It doesn't even need to drop those final 2 balloons. What an overwhelming triple we have here.
Yeah, that was really cool to watch. Just seeing how his hero, like how much value his heroes got overall. And yeah, like it is right now a tricky thing where you have to decide what type of clan castle you use. I feel like with the Lava Hound, this could be a complete different story. But at the same time, a Lava Hound is not doing too much against like a dragon or like a Dragon Rider army composition because they're like the Hound is never getting lured. So right now it's not easy to choose what is the best clan castle to use. And apparently this one was not the right choice on this attack. And Morino perfectly executed that attack and getting the 3-star for Space Station to make the lead pretty much impossible to come back from for 1-star on this part.
Yeah, very difficult because you can see at the scoreboard right now, Space Station with 11, AS Monster with 9. Even if AS Monster triple, it's going to put them to 12, which means Space Station, all they got to do is just get a 2-star and they win no matter what. They're going to have the final attack. AS Monsters coming in next. But that's the thing. We talked about it yesterday, is about that clan castle. It's not about either running the triple Ice Golem or the Ice Golem Lava Hound or some super minions. It's about really knowing your opponent and what you think they're going to come in with. So, for example, if they're going to be coming in with a bunch of the P.E.K.K.A. Smashes, typically maybe the CCs that stole them up with the Ice Golem Hound could work a little bit better. So that's where the kind of the scouting and knowing your opponent really comes into play.
Wait a second, what is that attack? 3 Dragon Riders, we have 12 Sneaky Goblins. I mean, of course, why not? But What is that? Like, we have a skeleton spell. Like,
Whoa.
are we in the wrong competition? Like, is this the Duo Masters or something? Like, what is going on over here?
Well, wait a second. He did not even pop this queen ability? Like, are you for real, LP? Somehow save that? All right, well, let's see. The queen's going to continue her charge. I mean, LP is showing what he is capable of, and he is indeed one of the best queen charge attackers in the world, if not the best. Let's see if the king coming down south at 12. You know he's going to send some sneaky goblins and invis for that town hall after he gets all the value with his queen.
Yeah, but the warden already sniped one of his healers, so that's quite unfortunate. The king is trying to force the queen inside, but if the queen pathing is not perfect, this might cause the Inferno Tower to lock onto those healers. The first healer is getting targeted, and this means there are not too many healers left alive at this point. There is the giant and the royal champion coming from the right side, and what is now the ground warden in there as well with another skeleton spell? Like, what is going on right there?
Look at this. Pops that early warden to get through these heroes. Freezes up that multi. There goes the goblin onto the town hall. There's the tornado trap, so he activates that. Dragon Rider's coming in. Still has a stone slammer to use. LP, what an insane charge. The crazy thing is this plan is specifically designed for this base, meaning that you can't just take this army and use it anywhere. But now the sneaky goblins are going to be used to help take out the town hall. There's the invis. Town hall secured, and LP just crushing through Agent's base.
I mean, you have to say it's pretty disappointing that Agent did not bait this really obvious entry. Like, come on, like 13 sneaky goblins, like the jump and then the hero dive with the warning ability. That looked so obvious, and still it was not. Okay, I'm totally joking. Like, what was that? What did we just witness? LP completely crushing this base. I feel like the Slammer, he could have just completely swagged that if he would have liked to. So really OP attack to finish off the match for Monster, but it's not going to be enough most likely, and Space Station just needs a decent attack and is going to win the second qualifier of the Clash Masters.
Gorgeous. Now, Lex, you're going to be the last attacker, and I better be seeing 200, maybe 300 Let's see what can you come in with some insane attack. I'm sure all you need is a 2-star. So Lex has the creative juices flowing. I know he could do it here, but maybe he's going for the 3-star just to add another star to the board. He's been coming in with a lot of Queen Charge, Dragon Rider attacks with the log launcher in the mix, because at this point, all he needs to do is get the 1-star percentage, and they are walking away with the victory. 2-star guaranteed right now. So if you're in Lex's spot, he is sitting there comfortable, and they're not sweating at all. I mean, hey, unless something happens with hey, we're just gonna see, waiting for the final attack to come in for Lex for Space Station to walk away and trying to take home first place here in qualifier number 2.
Yeah, and first place is obviously bringing some nice prize money with it, but as well some nice points for the leaderboards, which is going to be important to move on later in the next phase of the tournament, which is going to be the playoffs. And I feel like with this first seed, like for any of those two teams, it's pretty much secure. Like, it's a pretty decent situation for them to get into the, or like stay in the top 4 already for this playoff situation. But Lex is now coming in with the Queen Charge Dragon Rider. He is bringing his army composition yet again with the Yeti in there, and he is having so far the Slammer selected. So let's see if he's going to switch that maybe to a log launcher, or if he's going to maybe he's going to stick with that.
Well, my queen is down. Ooh, does he need a rage spell? No, she's just getting healed back up here through the cannons, through the Archer Tower. There's the defending king, the Crown Expo. Oh, he rages. Another Tesla pops, and he does not have to pop the queen ability, which is clutch here. Grabbing the Tesla farm, taking out the king, pin drop. No, you don't need a necessary drop ahead of him, but he decides to. Wall breaks in towards the scatter shot. It clears that king relatively quickly, and he wants to set up a funnel, push this queen, and get some absolutely crazy value with 3 super wall breakers.
Yeah, he can't just keep wall breaking in there. He needs to be careful though with not opening the wrong compartment. The one cannon compartment might be a threat to his wall breaker pathing, so he needs to be careful with that. But at the same time, already opening in advance the eagle compartment just to make sure that his king has already access to that, and the next wall break can actually make it work up to the queen platform. There it goes. It should open towards the course. This is looking good, but there is so much damage with the triple Super Mini Clan Castle. He is using the queen ability right away. Was 100% the right choice, making sure that the Clan Castle is going down, and this is looking good with that queen being able to reach everything now from this compartment.
Yeah, and that Yeti actually took down that air defense over on the right side to protect these healers of the queen. The Grand Warden Dragon Riders are coming down, still has the Stone Slammer to deploy unless he switches it up to a blimp. Moving his way through, hanging onto that Grand Warden ability, but the queen is getting so much value. Still has an invis, 2 freezes, uses the freeze to help protect that queen. Gonna have to maybe freeze up the Grand Warden Town Hall, makes her invisible to step up. And Lex, you know you got a CC still to use, right? I mean, maybe he just forgot about it.
I don't know. Maybe
Lex,
maybe he's just
you don't want
trying to go for the all.
Lex, you got a CC, my friend. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess you don't need a clan castle. At Channel 14, GG to Alexnos. Absolutely killer attack. Brilliant. Not even using the clan castle or the siege machine. What in the world are we seeing from Space Station? Well done. Getting the win here in the qualifiers number 2. Unbelievable final attack.
That was just crazy. The Queen Charge got so much value that he did not even need that siege machine. Just like taking down pretty much everything. The king took down the eagle, so perfect pathing. Really, really nicely done. And that was truly impressive right there. So maybe we should take a final look at the bracket, how everything is standing at the end of qualifier number 2 of the Clash Masters. And there we can see it. The path of Space Station, the King Slayer, how I named them over the tournament, being always able to get the victory over the other. I mean, they won against KOG, who just like beat Alternate. They won against Carnage, who just beat MCS, and then they won against Monsters. So that was a pretty stacked road which they had to get through, and still they won it. So that was a really strong performance from Space Station.
Yeah, absolutely. Now with this first place means let's take a look at the leaderboard and where we currently stand. Space Station racking up even more points, taking away 21 total points between the 2 qualifiers. AS Monsters in second, tied with MCES right there at 18, and Queen Walkers, because they won qualifier number 1, took home 15 points, but Space Station is looking healthy to be in the top 4 position after next weekend. Yes, next week is qualifier number 3, and the signups, the registrations are open right now, so you and your clan can sign up. Make sure you guys check it out in Discord. Make sure you guys check out their Twitter and Instagram to learn all the information about the Clash Masters, because there is so much on the line. And Itsu, we just saw 2 different teams, but now the question is, can Space Station repeat it and come back next week?
That's a good question. I mean, we have to see how their bracket looks like, but I think either way, they're looking really good. I mean, they got a lot of points already. Depending on which other teams are making it into the 3rd qualifier, I think they're still looking pretty good overall. But just getting already into the top 8 would get them some great points in the 3rd qualifier, which then around would maybe save them already a top 4 spot. Let's see. It's tricky to call because it really depends on the other teams. Like if Altered is making it back in, it's like HG Family is making it back in. Like if all of those teams are making it back into the 3rd qualifier, it might be tricky. But at the same time, they have a really good shot at the playoffs, and I think this is something you can rely on and plan on forward.
Yeah, absolutely. We will have to keep our eye on that. And again, congratulations to Space Station walking away with first place here in qualifier number 2, which means they're taking home not only the 15 points added to the leaderboard, but also $1,500. GG here in the Clash Masters. And man, it's been a pleasure to cast these 2 days with you, Itsu. And thanks to everyone in the Clash Masters team. It's been a pleasure being here, and I can't wait to see what's coming next weekend. Again, make sure you guys sign up your team and join the Discord, Twitter, and the Instagram potentially for future giveaways. We'll see you guys next week for qualifier number 3. I'm Carvin, and sign off with Itsu. See you guys later. Have a good one.